All right, Jim, camera guy, social media guy, Dan, has a number 1 through 5 behind his back. What is it?
Show me the 2, Danny.
It's 2.
Where are you going?
2.
All right,
The second pick?
Yep.
Okay.
What's the second pick?
Some would say it's a coward move, Jim.
Well, I think it's calculated more than anything.
All right,
coming in here guns
1 through
blazing.
4, Carl.
3. Yeah, fuck it. I'll take the first overall pick.
All right, 1 through 3, Chief.
2.
Holy
I'll
shit!
take the third pick.
Oh my God.
1.
Yeah, 2. So I will take. I'll take 4.
All right.
All right, so it orders Carl, Jim, Chief, Eddie, White Sox, Dave. Perfect. Everybody good?
Yeah, when are you going to do the ad read?
Good question.
Good
question.
That doesn't matter, right?
You know when it's coming. It's coming in third round.
All right, bang, bang. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. It's Monday. It is May 3rd. We're here. It's Snake Draft time. Guest in studio. It's Jim Graziano from JP Graziano. First guest, I believe, in a Snake Draft that has not been in the Barstool, that has not been a Barstool employee.
Mailman.
Oh, besides Jim. Yeah, besides
Yeah,
fucking
John.
Big
Big
John.
John.
I forgot
Big
Big
John,
John.
yeah.
was like, yeah,
Good
my
company.
bad.
Big John's my guy.
Yeah, good pull. Good pull, Dave. Jim, welcome. How are you? You're here for a special reason, but first and foremost, are you nervous? What we always ask.
I'm a little worried that I'm maybe not. Shove it in there.
Yeah, shove it
Is
right
that
in
better?
there. Shove
Sorry.
that
Is
mic
that
right
better?
in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe worried that I'm not more nervous than I am. I feel good. I'm comfortable around you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know this topic, I don't know any topics. So I'm ready to roll, man.
You're a sandwich guy. Is that a fair statement?
It's the fairest
He's
statement.
built his entire life around sandwiches.
Yeah, honestly.
And like Carl said, we tailor the categories around the draftee guest a lot of the time. So we're doing sandwiches, as you saw by the title, as you heard from White Sox. Dave just said, it's a big one.
And can I ask you a dog walk question?
Yeah.
Do you still like sandwiches?
I love sandwiches.
Okay.
You kidding me?
So you're just not you're not at the point where like
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I don't eat a sandwich every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Is there any meat you're super tired of, though?
no.
thank you because that's good to know.
I'm around it all the time, right? I can have a sandwich any time that I want. Because I'm around it so much, I don't have a ton of sandwiches. But if I don't knock down at least 2 sandwiches a week,
Yeah, that's fair.
How much time do you spend like tinkering, coming up with new sandwiches, or are you just so locked in with it right?
well, yeah, right now very locked in. Last year we did a lot of the collaborations. I have a lot of fun with that, right? Because that gets me out of like my everyday stuff. So talking to people in the industry that I respect and want to work with, and kind of bringing in the best of what they do, and then how do we make it into sandwich form,
go.
or take what I do on my sandwiches and let it come out into their form.
The Monteverde
God,
meatball.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I hate to
Monteverde
really
meatball.
derail this, but what sandwich do you get the most?
Yeah, that's
Me?
a great question.
Yeah, like what?
I get asked that a ton, and it's not on the menu. But if I make myself a sandwich, it's sharp imported provolone, turkey, hot supersad, lettuce, vinegar, oregano, and then hot or mild muffaletta, depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Why isn't that on the menu?
Because I like when people ask me, what do you get? And I tell them, and then they get that, and that's the only sandwich they ever get.
That makes a ton of sense, actually.
Yeah.
That's a great call.
There's
And
nothing.
then especially if people have been coming to my store for a long time and they're like, come up, look at the menu. They're like, I always get the prosciutto. I always get the spicy. And I'm like, you know what? You're looking for something new? Bam.
All right, so ordering something off menu is like sneaky one of like the coolest things you can do.
I think that was that in the Power Move draft or no?
Sure, Tommy. Didn't
might have
Tommy?
been.
Should be.
Everything Tommy drafted was like restaurant based.
Yeah.
Who's got the? Who am I thinking of that's got like a secret menu?
I believe In-N-Out.
In-N-Out?
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Maybe.
I don't know. A lot of places do, but I don't know. Who knows? But Jim, like I said, you're the guest, obviously, because we like you.
Thank you.
But you're also here for a special reason, and I'll let you kind of announce it. This is a big deal to Barstool Chicago. So
Very excited.
This is awesome.
This is a big deal. I'm wildly excited about this. So end of last year, I was talking to Ed, kind of just reviewing the year as we do. Now I've been with you for a couple years, and I just had it in my head, especially coming off of your collaboration sandwiches. I was like, Ed, whatever we put our names on together sells really well. I did not have a product picked out or necessarily one in mind at that time. But I just said, hey, Ed, what do you think about doing some sort of collaboration? It'd be great if we did a jar of peppers. And I was looking for like a green light to throw your labels or logos on something with mine. And 2 days later, Ed's like, yeah, Erica wants to talk to you about this. And so I was like blown away. And then obviously we get tagged on all these beefs, right? The baptisms, show us your beefs, all that good stuff. And the official recipe calls for a half a jar of our hot jarred, half a jar of our mild jarred, a list of spices, all individual. And I said, why don't we give the fans a jar that's already half hot, half mild? And then I got a spice company that I've been working with for 15 years out of Chicago. Sent them the list of the individual spices, and I said, throw this all in one bottle. And here we go. It's the official Barstool Chicago JP Graziano beef kit. Everything that you're going to need to make Italian beefs at home. You get your beef, you get your broth, throw it in the slow cooker with the peppers, get that broth going on the stove with the spices, dump the entire bottle of each in the thing, get your baptism, set it for 8 hours. Your house is going to smell incredible, and then you've just made the best Italian beef of your life in your own house.
And we did a video with this. It should be out now.
It's out now, yep.
It's out now. It's idiot-proof. Like, we did it so easily, and it was so fucking good. So if you're not doing this, like, everyone should be trying to do
It's
this.
the easiest thing on the planet. It's going to kill it for you if you make it on Memorial Day, whenever you make it, if football season, whenever. All you need is the roast beef, the beef chuck. What is it? Beef chuck, right? Mm-hmm.
Chuck roast.
Chuck roast. That's what I'm thinking of. The beef kit that we will have for you guys, and throw it in a crock. Boom. 8 hours later, you're done. It's like Chief said, it's idiot proof, and we're so excited about it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's our first real collaboration here. It's got our logo on it. It's got JP Graziano logo on it. It's a medium blend. It's awesome. Like, you just buy it. What's the price, Jim?
$13.
$13. TasteRealChicago.com, or it's on the Barstool site. It'll just redirect you to TasteRealChicago.com.
Yeah.
Either way you slice, you can get your peppers and you can get your seasoning.
Yep.
So
it'll be available at the store as well.
Cool. Yep,
Come
at
in,
the
just grab
store.
it
So
from
hop
us.
in. So we're super excited for it. The branding's fucking awesome. If you could see the box, if you're
Yeah, the
watching the
box is
video
great.
version, you see it all over our desks right now. So we're pumped for it. We're going to be pumping this stuff like crazy for the rest of the year. Also, we're doing a special thing this month throughout the whole month of May. If you buy it and you send us a receipt, you DM it to the Dog Walk Barstool account, we're going to enter you in a raffle with a sub creation you make, right, Jim? That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We're gonna let the fans buy a box, $13, no problem at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna automatically enter you if you want to get it in after that. Tell me your best sandwich you got. What's the bread? What's the filling? What's the condiments? I'll run through those. I'm going to pick the best of the best, something that I want to do at my store. If you're local in Chicago, I'm going to bring you in. We'll throw a hat on you, put you behind the counter. You show me how to make your sandwich, and then we'll pick a Saturday or a weekday, and we're going to run your special at JP Graziano.
That's
which
awesome.
is awesome.
So one of my dreams in life is
wanna
to have
win.
a sandwich
Enter
named
the
after me.
contest.
Yeah.
Grab a
So I'm
box.
going
get
to.
in.
I'm
Get
going
in.
That's
to.
what it is. You buy a box, send us a screenshot that you bought it. Tell us your sandwich, and if we think you have the best sandwich, you're going to be in JP making subs for a day.
Will you rig it for me?
We'll see how this draft goes.
Okay, all right.
We'll see how the draft
Dude, and I'm sorry to do this to you, but like they got to get like a little piece of like if they sell out the sandwich, you got to give them like a little.
Wet the beak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what the beak? A little beak wettage.
Who doesn't like the beat wet?
I mean, it's like.
So it's great. It's an awesome opportunity. You could have your own damn sandwich at an awesome sub place in Chicago. And if you're out of state, you don't have to do that. Just know that your sandwich will be made by the crew with love as well, and we'll send you pictures. But
The
if you wanna
best part
find
I
of
would
it-
fucking if you're submitting this
I
shit,
agree.
I would probably get in the car and come to Chicago.
I
and hang
agree.
out, just make a fucking trip out. Of
I
it,
agree.
Right?
Yeah, on a
yeah,
summer
big
on a
time.
summer weekend in Chicago, spend a weekend with the boys, bring the wife or whatever.
Yep.
Be an
Wouldn't
awesome
we want to
excuse.
fucking party with that guy too?
Yeah, sure.
Don't we end up taking that guy out for fucking beers and stuff? So we should get an out-of-stater.
Get some Miller Lite.
Participate.
I don't want to pat us on the back. I'm not like that. But thousands of people have tried to get their name or their sandwich on our menu, and I just don't throw that out. Like, to date, since we started, the only sandwich named after anybody is my father. That's how it's going to be. My brother-in-law has been on me forever to have a brother-in-law sandwich. I won't even let that happen. So
you don't even have your own sandwich.
I don't even have my own sandwich.
Yeah.
You
could have Mr. G 2.0, which is yours, and you're not. And you don't.
Or the little Jimmy.
The little Jimmy. Yeah.
The little big Jimmy.
Hey, let me get a little Jimmy.
So great deal. Go buy throughout the month of May. DM us. Tell us your sandwich. If we pick you get a sandwich after you.
Great.
Love it.
Closeout, Ed.
Yeah.
Great
there we
deal.
go. Let's get underway. Before we get underway, congratulations to Spittin' Chick. Excuse me, Chief.
You're a fuck.
For winning the distinct voice draft.
Why did that mean?
He's trying to discredit my win.
Carl,
I had a 10-point margin.
Well, Carl, we were tied at the time. Ryan Whitney quote tweets. He said 3 blew everyone out of the water.
I did blow everyone out of the water.
But we were tied when he did that.
That's right, because he got to 42%.
We were tied, but I don't know. Barada Boy would have been yelling if someone else did this.
Oh, Temper Tantrum City. If the tables were flipped, this would have been insane.
Hold on. Is this the part of the show where we let the winner have a little soliloquy, or are you just hijacking it?
Can I start? I want to ask Danny, the little twink intern, about this.
Fuck. It's not intern.
Has anybody ever been left off the poll and gotten so much support in the vote for X number than I did this week?
Yeah, he's saying it's happened before.
Yeah,
it has or hasn't? Okay, so one other time. I got more love in the comments this week than I ever have, and people fucking are starting to realize that there is no integrity with the vote, and that I was the best. Well, I'm taking the crown for this week.
I won by a wide margin
because
hold on. And I'm about to agree with you. You just shut your fucking mouth. I won by a wide margin, 10 points wide. And I was number 2 to get left off on that bullshit poll that you were number 1. So we have to come up with a way to have some integrity for the vote to decide who gets left off.
I think integrity's out the window if you accept this win.
How could I accept? I didn't pay Ryan Whitney. He hadn't even listened yet. He didn't know it was me. Ryan Whitney doesn't go out of his way to do me any favors. If he had known it was me, he might have kept his mouth shut.
Did he get juiced by Whitney?
Of course I did. I'm not denying it. But Ryan Whitney was also very correct. He was also very correct. I did have the best one.
I didn't know Ryan Whitney was a big Leaf Schreiber guy, to be honest.
I still 24/7. You think he's a hockey guy. And he's also just a guy who just appreciates sports like Hard Knocks. Like Leaf Schreiber is a very distinct voice.
So you have no problem with Ryan Whitney quote tweeting and saying 3 in a landslide, and
he always Ryan Whitney is involved. He does this every week.
That's not what I asked. I said you don't have a problem with it.
I have no problem with that.
Second
he does
question,
this every week.
Do you think there's any correlation between Ryan Whitney's quote tweet and your distancing from Ed from being tied to winning by 10%?
Of course. I do think I probably would have. I think I was up by 1 when he did that.
And historically,
Hold on, Carl.
I have one more question. That's it.
My point is that you're leaving something out of the narrative, as if Ryan Whitney doesn't do this for somebody. Sometimes
I'm not telling a story here. I actually just have 3 questions.
Trying
the
to
first
I have never noticed him do this.
I'm not drawing a narrative or talking.
He does it all the time.
The third question I had was, if it happened to Ed, would you ask Ed to vacate the victory?
Absolutely not. I would ask you to vacate. I would ask you to vacate.
You would not be happy. You would say dirty tactics. You would put my face on a certain soldier's uniform.
No doubt.
Chairman.
I never do that. That's just the people. I'm just here to give a voice to the people.
Platform.
Listen, I appreciate people getting involved. And, Brandon Walker usually throws a vote in there, but he usually comments, which does a little less damage. When he tosses a quote tweet, someone like Whitney,
it's a big, but Whitney does that. Whitney,
it's dynamite. It's a stick of dynamite. Is what it is.
Whitney does that all the time, though. This is the first time I've ever benefited.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. That's what I have 5 minutes go around about how it doesn't count.
I just wouldn't feel.
I've never noticed him do that one time.
Oh, really? And you want to know how I end up second so many times? Because quote tweet, and I just get bumped down a little bit. That's why I'm in second all the time. Because I should probably have 10 more wins, but the quote tweets don't go very well.
It's a hard thing to do. So congratulations.
I mean, just
When you draft with integrity and the people respond, that's how it goes.
I do draft with integrity.
I didn't say you didn't, Dave. I thought you deserved to be on the poll, Dave.
I thought I should have won.
Well,
and a lot of people, yeah.
What that's worth.
Jim, thank you.
Whatever.
The Joker, baby.
Yeah, Ken Jack didn't do you any favors this week either.
These scars?
There we go.
Actually,
That's a pretty good Joker.
when I rewatched that video, I was like, "Holy shit, that was actually pretty good."
We are drafting sandwiches today.
Samuel is the one.
Yeah, we will
That was
draft
the
at some point
Yeah.
today. And we'll do it right now. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get into
Let's
it.
do it.
Sorry. Boys are sidetracked. Boys are excited. We got a beef kit. Did we mention that? Go buy
Beef
it.
kid, show us your beefs.
Yeah.
And this, where can we ship
Hashtag
this to real
Barstool
quick,
beef.
Jim? Before we go, this goes to all lower 48, right? Or do
Yeah.
we get Hawaii and Alaska?
No, not
Fuck
Hawaii.
them.
Yeah. Come to
Sorry.
Chicago. Take a trip to Chicago.
All right. Draft order one more time. Carl, Jim, Chief, Eddie, White Sox, Dave. Carl, you are on the clock.
Listen, whoever drafts first, you have to do it. I'm taking Italian beef. I'm not even trying to be dramatic about it. Give me an Italian beef sandwich. Give me the beef kit. Give me Jim Graziano partnering with us on the beef kit. There's something about, like the way it's just like bigger than a sandwich. The Italian beef is like, I don't know. I have to take the Italian beef.
Here's the thing. A lot of home cooking with this pick. Clearly,
Yeah,
you just said
don't
that.
care.
But the thing is, no one on here is going to complain about that.
Yeah,
Great
it's a-
sandwich.
yeah.
Like, this would have been the thing if there was an outsider. They would have jumped in and be like, oh, you guys. But, like, no.
What the fuck's an Italian beef?
Yes.
No, yeah, and I'll figure
It's-
out what I want to do nationally and rebrand my fucking list later. But if I have to start, we're in the first round. We got to do some, and the fucking beef kit, which obviously, the fact that this is it's like the beef kit episode. But for me, the number one sandwich is the easiest fucking thing to make. Whether you're making it yourself or you're going out to Johnny's because Johnny's is the fucking best beef and you want to drive out to fucking Elmwood Park and get the sandwich. Or are you local and you want to go stop at Al's Beef because it's the fucking franchise location. You know it's not as good, but it's convenient. It's on the way home and it's open late, so you're willing to get that. It's like, it takes so many different shapes and forms, even though it's just the exact same fucking thing of like bread and shredded fucking beef and dunked in the fucking juice.
Yeah.
How does everybody take their beefs around here?
I'll tell you right now, Dave, I like it as dunked and wet as possible with light and easy jardinera. I want to feel the flavor of the jard, but I don't want to be chewing through as much of it.
I would agree, but I do a little bit less of the wetness.
Yeah, if it's like so soaked, I love the taste of that, but if the bread's falling apart, then it just is a mess.
Yeah, I don't like it dunked. Do you
And
like
the
it
only
dunked?
thing is
You
an
gotta
Italian
dunk it.
beef
You like it
doesn't.
dunked, Jim?
Yeah.
I like to
Wet
pour it
and
on
hot.
top.
Only way to have a beef, wet and hot.
I like to have a little side.
Yeah.
And dunk it individual bites like that. Like so the
Personal
sandwich.
gravy bread.
Yeah.
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 No, why don't
So-
you
and
sell
that's
Italian
something you
beefs,
can do
Jim?
at home.
I love this. Why don't you here? Why don't you do it?
I've always wondered
Do
this
what?
exact same
Why don't you
question.
do beefs?
We don't have a kitchen. Carl, we
I
started a
guess that's
sandwich
true.
shop in a warehouse, man.
That's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying like it's a strategic thing, right?
But what okay, so yeah, why we never started beefs? It's not a restaurant, right? We started a sandwich shop within a warehouse, never had a kitchen, and then the other thing, and now obviously we've progressed and had an opportunity to maybe add some hot sandwiches, and beef would definitely be the one. And then I had a good conversation with a longtime Chicago industry guy, and he's like, and I agreed when he said, it's like, you know what? That's other people's stuff, man. I'm not trying to get into that arena. Gene and Jude's open up some place. They're not going to make cheeseburgers, right? So I'm the Italian sub guy. I'm going to let the beef people be them. We did do that special with Coal Fire last year.
Yep.
They do an unbelievable beef. He makes it in the Coal Fire oven with the sausage. We made it into a combo from Nautilus. We've made that beef. I'm making these at my house all the time. It's a 1-1 pick, hands down.
Thank you.
I knew you were going to take it 1-1. I was happy to give that up because I think I can catch you with your pants down maybe a later round here. And but it's Italian beef in Chicago, man. If you don't take that 1 overall, silly pick.
And you're not doing it in the store, but now you're doing it this way. You're
That's
letting people
right.
do it in their own
and
house.
it's JPG flavor on it. Our
Exactly,
Jardinera,
yep.
Mezzo Jardinera is the name of that, and it just means half, right? So half hot, half mild in there.
It's a good name.
And I love how, like, everybody's got their favorite pizza joints and everything in Chicago, and it's like kind of a fun debate on what's the best. But every person I know says that Johnny's Beef in Elmwood Park is the best beef around.
It is.
Yeah.
It's that good that there's not even really debate.
I'm with you. I agree. I mean, Johnny's.
Johnny's gold
people
will
standard
have there will be exceptions to that rule, but in general,
I grew up
I guess
on
it's
it.
pretty cool too because pizza arguments too. You can have heated pizza arguments, and you're like when you get to beef, you're like, yeah, no.
There is. I just say that because like I grew up around it, so there's a lot of arguments locally, right? Jim, you know the arguments.
Jay's.
A lot of people like Jay's. A lot of people like Mr. Beef. And people say there's a lot. We don't need to go down the rabbit hole. Jim knows it, but some are bigger than others. Some whatever. It's just a whole
price
thing.
point.
I think what Johnny's is though,
and
I
large.
put a huge emphasis on that. Not to run in front of you there, Ed. It's the experience, man. I mean, you're standing outside, right? Summer night.
One
you got
little
those
single file
yellow orange lights just beaming outside. You grab the Italian ice, which if you don't get some beef and ice,
what's crazy?
Yeah, man, it's
Portnoy
so
gave
much.
it like an 8.3 or
He liked it a lot. Yeah.
He liked it a lot, which it's not something that he would typically go for, and he gave it a really high score.
Yeah. All right, Italian beef off the board, number 1 overall. Jim, you're up.
Yeah, number 2. I mean, Italian sub, man. I can't come in here and draft anything else. Not only because it's me, but it's an incredible sandwich, right? You take crusty bread, right? Ooh. Crusty on the outside, soft on the inside. Provolone, salami, mortadella, hot capicola, right? Not gabagol. Lettuce, vinegar, oregano. You throw that some hot jarred on that. I'm putting that sandwich up against anything every day of the week. I've built our name on it.
So
Italian
good.
sub for me, man.
Question about the Italian sub, Jim.
Yeah.
Which topping is most requested to take off? Who's the weakest link? Not in your opinion, the people's opinion.
Yeah, no. The most requested thing we get is make sure there's not onions on it.
Okay.
So I think people have obviously onion could be it's an ingredient with a lot of potency, right? Very distinct flavor. Most people always say Italian no onion, and I say it doesn't come on there unless you ask for it.
Like you idiot.
And then tomato, of the things that come on there, tomato gets pulled off. People again on sandwiches, they're very particular about tomatoes or not, so that gets pulled off the most of what comes on their standard.
Give me extra tomatoes.
Do you agree that to try at sub place, you got to go with the Italian?
Absolutely.
Okay.
When somebody comes to our store first time, I don't know what to get. First time I'm here, I point out to Mr. G as well, right? That's the house special, really what we're known for. But if you're going to judge me the first time, you have to get the Italian. If we can't get the Italian right, that rest of the menu is completely suspect.
Right, for sure.
So that's how I feel, and you got to know we know what we're doing, right? So, and then if you think we know what we're doing, you want to jump right in. The Mr. G is my interpretation of like the basic Italian sandwich, stronger Italian flavors on there, a little bit more grown-up approach to it.
Yep.
But
you dress it up a little bit.
That's it. It's like going to a pizza place, like a traditional Italian pizza place, like a Forno Rosso or something like that. To me, judge them on the marinara pizza.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hide behind, right?
But it is hard not to get those spots. You walk in, you like that Mr. G.
Yeah, but come back.
The
That's all. It's easy as that. Or get
Mr.
two.
G is awesome.
A lot of people come in pairs,
There you
get one
go.
Mr. G, one Italian, and then I could usually pick up, if it's somebody's first time there, 2 people, get an Italian, get a Mr. G. We're going to cut it straight, and then I'm going to wrap half and half together. So when you open it up and with your buddy, you already have half Italian, half Mr. G in your package, and then you get to try everything.
That's service.
Jim, that was a great pick, but I'll be honest. If we somehow got a White Sox Dave piping up saying that pick stinks, it would have made the whole draft maybe.
I'll never argue with the Italian sub.
But it would have been so funny.
Couple more rounds.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's going to throw
It's
that in there
okay.
at some point.
It's okay.
No, it's
a fine pick.
I mean, I think there's probably 4 or 5 sandwiches that could go anywhere 1 through 5 overall, and in no particular order. And an Italian sub's 1,000%.
Yeah. And it was in beef Carl Italian sub Jim, like you knew where that was going.
Yep.
And now I think here's where it opens up, and we'll see where it goes. So
I don't think this is where it
we'll go to
opens
Chief.
up.
I don't think so either, but
Yeah.
with you, anything's on the table. And that's not a dig, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not denying
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Are you you're third?
Yeah, I'm third. I'm going with a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like
That was-
a cheeseburger, like that's an
Yeah.
American institution.
I had that number 1 personally.
Yeah, it was my number 1 as well. So when I saw who was going 1 and 2, I had a feeling that cheeseburger would get to me. But that's just something summertime, wintertime, anytime cheeseburgers play. There's so many great spots. A lot of them right over by you. Au Cheval is one of them, Small Cheval in Chicago. But I was, it's
Loyalist.
just what
Loyalist.
Loyalist has got an awesome burger.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm thrilled to get my personal number 1
Not sure if it's a
Not
sandwich.
even on my list.
but, yeah.
How is it not?
That's 100%.
How is it not a sandwich? It's meat between two pieces of bread.
Wasn't even on my list.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
then-
not there's something made
burger.
like that is a sandwich. But if you're saying, have you ever walked into a place and said, "May I have a cheeseburger sandwich?"
Have you ever seen Good Will Hunting?
You didn't answer my question.
Yeah, actually, great call.
Yeah.
Just give me my fucking sandwich.
Okay, so that's one guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty universally like that
All right.
is a sandwich. Like
you know, if
we'll
you
go
say
through
so.
the list.
If
We'll
you
go
so
through the
say,
list of
but,
other things, but a cheeseburger is absolutely a sandwich.
Kind of.
And that definitely is.
Just by pure definition. If
Yeah.
you just want to take
Well,
meat
I'm
between
very
two
big on
pieces of bread,
definitions, Jim.
it's also a bun, not bread. Big difference there.
Bun's a form of bread.
Yeah.
A form of.
It's like a specific.
It's a roll.
We'll see what
Like,
everybody says.
yeah.
I'm not throwing out a
do you want
veto.
a veto?
I am not throwing out a veto. I'm questioning you
I think
personally.
there is
cheeseburger's an
absolutely
awesome sandwich.
no possible way you can veto
You
a
can't.
cheeseburger for a
I didn't.
sandwich.
Well,
Yeah.
very tactful for Jim to be busting Chiefs balls without
That's
any
what he's
interest of
gotten
a
good
veto.
at, I
You have
noticed.
listened to you have some fucking stuff
it's
going
not.
on
It's
over
not.
here, Jim.
It's not worth it to veto. Get them all riled up. I'm just saying, purely cheeseburger. Yeah. Again, next time you walk into Fatso's down the block or something, you say, "Give me a cheeseburger sandwich." They're gonna look at you.
They're gonna give me a cheeseburger though.
Yeah, but you're not even gonna ask for it like that.
Well, but it is a cheeseburger sandwich.
It's a
But it's
cheeseburger.
become such an institution. It
Yeah,
just you
it's
just drop it. It's
polarizing.
like share. It's like it's like
It ain't like
Tiger.
share.
You don't have to say Tiger Woods. You just say Tiger.
Agree to
What?
disagree.
What you're talking
Agree to
about.
disagree.
Yeah, all right, here's
Carl,
this.
you don't like it. I was.
I mean, no. I'm saying like it
Didn't
it
occur to
wasn't
you?
on my board. But no, because of something else that had earlier come
Dave's
up.
rifling through over here on sandwiches. Has a cheeseburger popped up on any of
It
those
had
lists?
come
you're
up.
looking at?
It had come
It
up
has?
earlier, and I had thought like when Eddie and
These
I
are,
were
like,
talking about it,
weird
I go,
lists,
I
though.
think there could be huge controversy tomorrow when a certain pick comes up.
This is it.
No, I'm not making a pick, but so after that conversation we had where you go, well, if you bring that up, Jim said he's going to beat you up.
Oh yeah.
Tackle.
Yeah.
And I said because of that conversation, I go, there's no way burgers on the table then.
Oh no.
So I go, I'm not doing that.
I
I'm
think
not going down this path.
I think they're different. I think we could say it too.
Yeah.
But instantly when I brought up the category, Jim's like, "Yeah, I'm ready for Carl to take hot dog. I'm gonna tackle him on the seat."
Hot dog in the fifth round would win this draft. Hot
Hot
dog in
dog
the
is-
fifth round would
hot
win
dog-
this draft.
Doubt it.
We don't need to do that whole thing, but hot dog's not a sandwich.
It's
but I
not,
think-
and it would.
I think a
it
burger
we
is.
would go into chaos. If
Yeah.
someone took a hot
It
dog.
would-
I think burger was on my list. I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah. So I'm thrilled to have cheeseburger. I'll eat a cheeseburger every day the rest of my life.
all right.
You
Cheeseburger
would?
off the board.
I love cheeseburgers. Oh yeah.
Cheeseburgers are the fucking best things ever.
Doesn't make it a sandwich.
Every
'cause
day
you eat
for
it
the
every
rest of your
day.
life.
I would have one.
Just-
I think if I was gonna have maybe one thing the rest of my every day, the rest of my life, I think I would pick a cheeseburger.
Wow.
And there's so many good ones. You can dress it up all sorts of different ways. Cheeseburgers
A
are great.
sneaky, really underrated burger down the street is Fat Pour.
We could have a burger
Awesome
draft.
fucking
We
burgers.
we've banned Fat Pour though.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we
we
don't
did
talk
ban-
about
yeah,
them.
that's right.
They're banned.
I haven't been there since then.
Yeah,
either.
neither have I.
I like all the local places we're shouting out.
Like, what, did some girl pour a fucking drink on
Put
Dave's
'em-
head?
no,
I forget
no
why we
free
banned
ads.
them, but we
Put 'em
banned
on
them.
my.
I remember,
Put 'em on
but-
my tab
I like-
for the.
I like
Put 'em
genuine.
on my tab
Yeah.
for the
One day
episode.
only.
There you go.
All
Teddy.
right, cheeseburger off the board. I'm up. I mean, I'm between a couple, but I'm not surprised given Carl and you would have been the only one that would have taken it, but I got to go with the grilled cheese.
Yep. Grilled cheese is great.
I'm surprised.
Now, why do you have to go with the grilled cheese, Ed?
grilled cheese?
You have the whole board, and you say, I have to take a grilled cheese.
because a grilled cheese is like one of the most
That's the
classic
first
sandwiches.
sandwich you ever have in your life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the first sandwich you have, and it's so basic, but it's still the eye always attracts it on the menu.
Yeah.
You always think about it.
Come on, no way.
Comfort food. I had one
It's childhood.
last night.
I think it's
I mean,
childhood memories.
that's what I think of for a grilled cheese. Something you could whip up on your own very quickly.
Yeah.
And they're good, but I mean,
Yeah.
I
You've
would
never
never
been
order
to-
one. I've been to Cheesies.
Yeah,
and-
these places
yeah.
that like do specialty grilled cheeses, they're delicious.
Or even just like if you do it at home, but you get like that good crusty Toronto bread or something like that.
Yeah,
like a
for
really
sure.
good bread like that. You can make a grilled cheese like fan-fucking-tastic. And I love grilled cheese.
It's like a side to me. I like it with a nice
Well,
chili or soup. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Tomato
But,
soup,
like,
dump.
But it's hard to say which one is the side like and which one isn't.
It's very rare that I crave a grilled cheese.
But when you have it, it's always great.
yeah,
money.
they're good. I like grilled cheese.
money.
But like first round, I don't think so.
I think it's a first rounder.
Oh,
It's
Dave,
it's.
you-
I
Okay.
think I had it right on the cusp first round, second round. I mean, you can't ignore it. Like you said, what it does, in my opinion, is it jogs all those childhood memories, right? Your mom making you a grilled cheese when you're a little kid. Anytime you hit childhood memories when it comes to food, it's an absolute instant classic. It's a grilled cheese. I'm not ordering it if I go out, right?
That's exactly
100%.
it. That's why it's not a first rounder for me.
And when I said that, I meant at the places that are like specialty. Like I would like if I saw that, I'd be intrigued. Like if you're driving down,
Like it better be good if it's on the menu.
yes,
Right.
yes. And
Like it's not on Wonder Bread. Like
and
they're
it's
doing
in
something
simplicity.
good with it. Yeah.
That's it, man. I mean, it's just you're right, nothing to hide behind.
It's
you're
all-
talking
yeah.
butter, bread, cheese. Let it do its magic. We make the. I think you've had the cheesy focaccia at the store
Fuck yeah,
before.
I have, Jim.
awesome.
Because I
it's
was
awesome,
like,
yeah.
we got to make a grilled cheese. Like
Yeah.
it's so.
Well, and it's with your tomato soup.
Yeah.
Forget
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it's
See,
awesome.
that's why another reason, because, well, I kind of already said that, but it has, with me, if I'm getting a grilled cheese, it has to be with something else.
You got to dunk it in something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
grilled cheese, baby.
that pushes it out of the first round for me.
I think it's a slam dunk first round pick. But to each their own.
Easily. I
Yeah.
didn't even think twice. Grilled cheese off the board. White Sox, Dave, you're up.
So, grilled cheese, like I said, grilled cheese is not my first round. I thought that the first 3 picks were surefire first rounders. Like, that's why I was nervous getting the 5th pick. But Ed taking the grilled cheese left me with some options. So, for my first pick in the first round, I am going with a barbecue brisket sandwich. Absolute fucking favorite thing on the earth in summer. You get that good barbecue sauce. You get brisket is incredible on its own. It's nice, juicy, fatty meat. You put it. What kind of bun do we use for that?
Brisket.
Brisket
You
sandwich.
got to do something soft, like Kaiser roll. Maybe
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
a little softer than a Kaiser roll? You need something like that.
Can I say something?
What's that?
I think brisket's better without the bread. I think it's just you eat a fork and knife. It's a better. It's a
like
better
brisket's
deal.
brisket. I mean, it's
But I, like the bread.
meat,
The bread. Nah. Like get the bread
it's
out.
very
of here.
rare. Jim's one of the exceptions with JP Graziano's that the bread is like as good as the rest of the sandwich. For me, most sandwiches, it's the meat inside the sandwich that makes the sandwich. Obviously, you guys use
do you think
Donato's.
What do you think?
It's very rare
Tomatoes.
that the bread makes the sandwich worse, and that's what you do with a beef brisket.
Beef brisket sandwich is a slam dunk. It doesn't
Some
matter. You
coleslaw on
can
there,
use
Dave?
that
You throw a little
coleslaw.
coleslaw on
Oh
top
yeah,
of there?
coleslaw. I like a little bacon on there.
Let's go get some
Maybe
brisket
throw a
sandwich
little,
after this.
A little baked
I
beans
feel
you
like
throw on
people
there.
are being nice right now.
I think those things to round it out as a I see your
Well,
point.
what do you say?
Yeah,
What's on your
I
mind?
see your
Well, I
point
saw-
for sure. But when you make that into a sandwich with the coleslaw and stuff on top, man, that's a sandwich.
I
But,
saw Danny yanking on his collar when Dave picked it.
You think I give a flying fuck what he thinks? Make my job easier.
Yeah. He said he makes his job easier. So by show of hands, who thinks it's a good pick for a first rounder?
I love barbecue brisket. I don't like it, but if I'm getting good barbecue, I'm not putting it on the bread.
I just
What
watched
would
you
you
eat
say
one like
went
3
well?
days ago.
A barbecue brisket sandwich?
I did.
Where?
At the Sox game.
No, I didn't order it. I
you
didn't order
did.
it. No, I didn't.
You
They-
got one.
No, they offered it, and I said no. That was in the clubhouse. I didn't get that.
No.
Girls
That wasn't in the
shut away.
clubhouse. It's when the guy walked around and handed him.
The only thing
Shut up.
I didn't have it.
I
You're
guarantee
wrong.
it.
All right. Why are
show
we
picture.
arguing
Sandwich.
about
I don't
who-
know if it's a first round.
Who
Yeah,
ate the
it's
fucking sandwich is what I
crazy.
want to know.
Somebody.
All right. Barbecue. Everybody, cross it off your list. Barbecue.
It was on. It was. I did have brisket on my list, but
It's
it was like
absolutely-
maybe a fifth
it's
rounder for me.
Absolutely
That's
better
fucking
than grilled
mad
cheese with his little
brisket.
piece of Kraft single between 2 white breads.
What do you mean?
What
What do you mean? Why are you coming
That's
at me?
exact because
I was
All right,
trying.
Dave, it's your
cross it
pick
off your
again.
list. I'm going Nashville hot chicken sandwich, fried chicken. We got a couple of really good places. I'm not well traveled, but a few of the places in Chicago just knock it out of the park. Rest in peace, Leghorn Chicken. They were doing funny stuff with
R.I.P..
money. My favorite sandwich, Nashville hot chicken sandwich, I should say, in the city. Now you got the Roost, you got Fry the Coop, Bluebird up in
Budlong.
Lakeview. Budlong's awesome.
Get those
I could
pickles
get-
on there.
I
Hot
do get
chicken
them like
sandwich.
yeah, Nashville hot specifically is what
Okay.
I get.
It's not where I thought
also
you were going.
coleslaw.
No.
It's a good
I
sandwich.
do get bacon and
Now,
cheddar
Dave,
on it.
I'll say that's a first round sandwich.
Now,
I agree.
I got the pick in the
every
second
time
round.
we mention a local restaurant, I just want to remind you guys, Jim Graziano's at 901 West Randolph, TasteRoadChicago.com.
But Jim's a community guy.
Big
Yeah,
time.
these are all
Yeah.
mom and pop shops. I'm
Ed,
not,
you hit
No,
up
we're lifting each other up.
Angry Egg in the neighborhood?
I have not actually.
You know where it's at?
Yeah.
By Al's?
Is it pretty good?
I mean,
Yeah.
there was so much hype of me going into that place. Yeah. Everybody was telling me unbelievable fried chicken sandwich. I don't think any place in the neighborhood does them over by us. Mm-hmm. That thing's legit, man. Really? It's a monster. It's a monster, but it's legit.
Oh,
and that
actually,
Nashville Hot's great.
I'd be remiss not to shout out Dante's place. I ordered it twice last week in back-to-back days. One of the best chicken sandwiches I've ever had.
Uproar.
Fried chicken
Looks
Uproar
incredible.
on Wells Street.
No,
it was so good.
Very good.
So does this take all chicken sandwiches off? I think kind
No,
of.
I think of that style.
Okay, so
I have fried chicken sandwich off the board,
Yeah,
right?
fried chicken sandwich off the board.
Then it's a
But
fried chicken sandwich.
I want specifically Nashville hot.
Yeah, that's
I
what he's saying.
always,
He's
I
drafted.
That's what you want on the graphic?
always got it.
Okay.
Yeah, hot
Bro,
chicken.
sandwiches are still out there.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah,
a
yo,
million
yeah.
different
Yeah, you're
types
coming
of
in here,
chicken
Nashville
sandwich.
chicken sandwich. Nashville hot chicken sandwich.
I like the pick, Dave.
Yep, good pick, Dave.
Thank you.
Good bounce back pick.
What's he bouncing back from?
He switched the order. That should have been first round brisket, second round.
See,
attitude.
I had Nashville hot one.
Listen, and I before have thought that doesn't matter. People will shit on you in the graphic.
I think
People will
it
say,
matters.
"Yo, dude, you're an idiot for taking fucking Nashville hot after." It's like, what difference does it make if I have them both on my list? People get mad about how they're organized on the list.
Well,
That shows where your head's
I
at.
don't think it matters if you're in the fifth spot or if you're doing
That's
the
where I've
wrapper.
gotten burned, is what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
and of course, hot chicken. You're a big Chick-fil-A guy.
I think
Why-
Chick-fil-A is
I'm
Chick-fil-A.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, people
I'm sorry.
fucking crucify you if you say, hey,
I
it's like, it's
apologize.
fine.
Chick-fil-A is good.
I didn't mean.
I
to do this.
just like laying little bear traps out here today.
No,
Just
I'm
like,
sorry. I didn't mean.
You want
no,
to
it's
talk
like
about
Mario
Chick-fil-A?
Kart. You got the banana
No, I
peels.
don't. I know your take on Chick-fil-A. I don't want to get into it.
It's fucking fast food chicken.
all right.
Good.
All right. So I apologize. I'm sorry, guys.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Who's knocking on Chick-fil-A?
Dave
No,
does. a
I
lot.
don't. People fucking put it on this, like, holy grail of food. And it's like,
It's because it's a fast food spot. When a fast food spot does
Yeah.
something that well, I think it's impressive.
like these are pretty much fast food spots.
I'm talking like chain
I know.
national.
All right.
All right, back to me. Dave went a little different direction. I get what he's doing. I could appreciate that, but I'm going with classics, and I'm stunned it got back to me.
How?
I got to go with peanut butter and jelly.
I'm glad you did that
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
Why are you glad he did that?
because I thought he was going a different direction with something I want next. So, PBJ,
He's gonna win the draft.
Why?
don't think so. I mean, Ed's
Universally loved.
Ed's going after our sixth grade audience, I guess. But
Oh, okay. Well, everyone was a sixth grader at one point,
How
so
often
I'm
can
happy
you-
about that.
Okay.
That's
Do you-
fine.
Like, grilled cheese and peanut butter and jelly are something you whip up on the fly
Yeah,
99% of the time.
But there's everybody's pound
Nah,
for
I mean,
pound.
it's on my list.
Everybody
It's
has
great.
consumed my
Yeah.
two sandwiches
Yeah.
the most.
You're gonna have a hard. I think
Because
you're
of the
gonna have a hard
simplicity
time
and easiness and
I think
wrap around,
cheeseburger's
but-
probably above that.
If it was the same.
Listen, if I'm fucking staring down the barrel with grilled cheese and peanut butter and jelly. I feel fucking great.
Yeah,
You
because
should-
You're
I-
crazy.
Two rock
can't wait for
solid
you to take
sandwiches.
Fluffernutter next.
Absolute classics.
See, this
I
is where
just,
Chief's like so off base. It's like, how are you going to shit on a PB and J?
I don't like the jelly, but I love a peanut butter sandwich with a little glass of milk. It's a good pick, Ed. I'm just
I'm
giving
a
you
just a
weirdo.
peanut butter sandwich.
peanut butter with glass of milk. Yeah,
I'm
I
a
can't.
weirdo
Jam?
and
Not even
Nah,
a
I
jam?
don't like that.
I dunk my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in milk. I've done it my entire life. I still do it to this day when I make it.
I wash it down with milk. I don't do the
Yeah, I know. I'm a weirdo.
Did you ever
like that. It's just
crisp
one of those
up
weird
a
things.
peanut butter jelly sandwich?
Yeah, toasted. Yeah,
That's
the jelly's like piping
you need the
hot.
jelly,
scalds
Chief.
your mouth.
I can't
that's the
believe
salty
that
and the
people are
sweet.
gonna
That's
hate
why
me
it's
PB&J.
what it is.
I think that
I
PB&J is gonna win you the draft. I think Ed's
I don't
clearly
know
has
why
the
you would
best-
say that because
Because
it's,
we're gonna pick, they're gonna pick sandwiches, and someone's gonna see someone has wait a grilled cheese and PBJ, deadly.
Yeah, but
That's not-
Carl.
I
If,
think the
if we're
exact
building the lineup here, did we draft two offensive linemen there?
I'm not building
No.
a fucking business
I
around
ain't-
his picks here. I'm just saying.
Have you
Okay, you
ever
wanna know what my
ordered a
picks are? You
peanut
wanna
butter
talk
and
shit to
jelly
me,
at a
Jim?
restaurant?
What'd you say?
Have you ever ordered a PBJ
What?
at a restaurant?
No, but that's not. This isn't a restaurant
No, I
sandwich
know.
draft.
But like it's you make a PBJ because it's like something you could make in 2 minutes, finish it in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
you're out
and you
the
had
door.
them in fucking first grade through fucking high school. If you went to lunch,
I
a lot
still
of people-
I still eat them.
Peanut butter and
Yeah.
jelly regularly. Tom and I were talking about this before the draft. I'm in for like 4 a week, and I crush grilled cheese as well.
I can't believe there's an ounce of pullback on PB and J. Stunned.
The only pullback for me is that you already got grilled cheese, and I don't want to say it's like immature palate.
It's pretty lame.
But it's like
that's the only.
Well, no, you have a chance. You have a chance in later rounds. I do think when the fucking list is complete, to have both of these things on your list is pretty wild. Yeah, you do have your work cut out for you for these last 3 picks. My question though is, and people just say peanut butter and jelly, and they just fucking move on with themselves. No. I want to know right now, and this doesn't matter for the graphic. I need to know right now. Crunchy, creamy, white bread, wheat, jam, jelly, fucking
grape,
strawberry, grape. Like, take me through it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm creamy, white.
Yep.
Grape, very basic,
crunchy,
but I think that's the
creamy, white, and grape.
Yes, I think that's it. And listen, I'm taking best player available. I'm not thinking about that. You take the 2 fucking linebackers. I don't care if they play the same position.
I think
and you
took
figure it out
fucking
later.
A kicker in the first round.
Well, you didn't. Grilled cheese is fucking great.
Barbecue brisket's gonna tell me I can.
Brisket's absolutely
all right,
bad.
yeah, all right.
You don't eat it as often because you can't just fucking
All
whip
right.
up a
All
brisket
right,
sandwich.
Chief, you're up.
I'm going with the first breakfast item. I'm going with a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yep.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Again, another thing where you just start your day with that. You feel fucking great. Bacon, egg, and cheese. You can't beat it in the morning.
I get them like 3 times a week from
There you-
DDs.
Okay, so I actually think at McDonald's, well, whatever.
No, go ahead, say it.
No, because I don't want to give anything away, but that's not my breakfast order at McDonald's. Because I think that their bacon stinks. So, but if I'm at home or if I'm at a nicer place, like doing bacon, if you do the bacon right, you get that like the right consistency, you cook the right way. Bacon, egg, and cheese is the king of breakfast sandwiches.
I make them regularly.
Fire.
Yep.
There's no other breakfast sandwich. I mean, and
Yeah.
if you're, you know, I'm sure plenty of people in New York are listening to that. That's the most classic thing. Walk in morning, bacon, egg, and cheese. They judge you if you get it on a bagel.
Yep.
But
Why did they do that? I didn't know that.
it's I don't
Just
I
not
don't know.
kosher?
I ain't from New York, but I'm just saying I know it doesn't belong on a bagel like standard.
Yeah.
right?
I throw
That's all I'm trying to say.
JPG's hot moof on it now.
That's
And
On
I
a
great.
bacon,
cook the
egg, and
eggs.
cheese?
I cook the eggs
Cook
in
the
the oil
eggs.
too.
Tell
Yeah, that's the way to do
You
it.
got a nice little
You know what's
heat
up?
in the
You're
morning.
at a pro level, Dave. That's why. Bacon, egg, cheese. If that dropped to me, I was grabbing it.
That makes me feel good. So bacon, egg, and
Great
cheese
pick.
it is. Thank you, Dave.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Ed.
Fantastic. The Beck. Shout out to my Beck guys.
Yep.
Had to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Even if it doesn't matter what you put it on, man. It's just fucking a good
Yep.
combo.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter even to me that much how you cook the eggs either. You want them scrambled, you want them fried, you want
I
them
go over easy, yeah.
over easy. You get that if you have a good egg with that runny, like I get those Heritage Happy Farms. They have like the deep amber. Like it's just you get the good eggs, the good bacon. You do it right. It's like one of the best sandwiches. You
The
can
only
have.
downside to the bacon, egg, and cheese is like there's what would you say, 33% chance that the place might fuck up the bacon.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only downside.
Well, that's
People-
like you have to know where you're going.
Yes, Yeah.
So,
yes.
but if you're doing it, I'm like for this one, I eat these. I make them myself more than anything else. So, bacon, egg, and cheese is for me the goat.
There we go. Off the board, bacon, egg, and cheese. Jim, we are back to you.
Awesome. I'm going BLT. Not even thinking twice about it.
Nice.
Absolute classic sandwich, pillar of the sandwich
It is.
community. You know, you put those ingredients together, nice thick cut bacon cooked to a crisp, mayo, lettuce, tomato. I'm going white bread, triple decker, something you can make at home, something you're ordering in a restaurant. Yeah, that could be a breakfast thing, that could be a lunch or dinner thing. I don't know how you get away from BLT, man.
A BLT when you go to like a nicer place, like maybe just not even a nicer place, just a restaurant where they have that thick cut bacon,
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh, fuck
I put
yeah,
so
this
much
is good.
bacon on it, it makes it like almost burger thickness.
Yeah,
I think BLT at number 9 overall is incredible value.
yeah, I would agree.
Incredible value.
Well,
You could also dress those things up, making a little bit more grown up. When I make those at home, wouldn't necessarily call it a BLT, but I go bacon, and then if you guys had our porchetta sandwich before, the
Yep.
lemon caper aioli
Mhm.
on
Ooh,
ciabatta bread with
baby,
arugula. I mean,
Put that
I
on
do
the
the
menu.
same thing. I doctor it so it's more
Yeah.
than just a BLT.
you
Yeah.
could dress that. You can have as simple like from your childhood, or you could dress that thing up any way you go. But that combo, I put that up, no doubt.
Great
Good thing.
pick.
And it's similarly to the bacon, egg, and cheese. It does kind of live and die with the bacon
Yep.
too. So
100%.
can't have the place fuck up the bacon.
Yep.
Like that's so important. Do you do mayo or no? Did you say that?
Me?
Yeah.
Hands down.
Okay.
Hellman's only.
There you go.
Don't get cute.
All right, BLT off the board. Like I said, I think great value there at 9. Carl, you're up. 10 overall.
Okay, there's a couple of great sandwiches still left on the board here. Some big names. I'm going to go meatball. I'm going to go meatball sandwich. The thing about a great meatball is that I just absolutely love a fucking meatball on its own, and then you throw it on a great loaf, and it's appropriately warm because the fucking marinara is hot, and then the meatball's hot, and you get the little fucking dusted cheese on that. I like a meatball sub.
Do you go toasted?
I won't mind it if it's toasted. I mean, the thing Jim did with coal fire and that meatball sandwich, like changed.
Monteverde.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Monteverde.
Okay.
Like ridiculous.
Yeah. That's also my
Italian
favorite.
beef
That's
was
my
coal
favorite
fire.
Italian.
Monteverde was the fucking meatball.
Monteverde is my favorite Italian restaurant, probably in the city.
Same.
And
Same.
yeah, and that was a fucking home run sandwich. Like when I saw you, like when you were tweeting about it, I was like, well, I gotta have one. I have to have one, and it lived up. Like it was unbelievable.
Their meatballs, and I've told Sarah this, better than my grandma's. I hate to say that out loud, but wow, they know the combo, man.
You know this lives on the internet
combo.
forever.
I get it.
That's fucked
Rest
up,
in peace,
Jim.
Grandma. I don't think she's gonna be listening to the podcast, but
She might have the AirPods in. The Bose.
the one knock that I'd be worried about with Carl, meatball sandwiches get messed up a lot, right? Because you get 2 or 3 softball-sized meatballs. If anything becomes a fork and a knife meal, that's it. When we did the Monteverde one, we rolled them smaller. You got to get 4 or 5 on the bread. I mean, you can't just take the meatballs you make for your restaurant and then make a sandwich out of it as well.
Yeah.
It could get real sloppy. It turns into not being a sandwich. I like a little bit more deft touch, some thought put behind actually constructing a sandwich. To me, that's the knock. And then, it doesn't. I don't know how.
That might have been the best meatball sandwich I've ever had in my life.
It was hands down the best meatball sandwich.
I like
Back when I had
sandwich.
Ed's palate, I used to actually eat them from Subway, and I liked them until I grew up and I, outgrew peanut butter and jelly and grilled cheese.
What are you so mad about?
I mean, that was.
What are you so mad? I'm not
not mad.
It's
It's
like,
you eat those things. They are good,
all right,
but
well,
you
we
eat them
moved
because
on.
of how
The meatball
easy.
sandwich. The
Meatball sandwich is the 10th overall pick of the draft.
It's a great pick. It's
Great
a great
pick.
pick. Yeah.
Great pick.
My only downside, like I said,
Good pick.
my only downside to the meatballs, like Jim said, a lot of people, and I don't know if it's a sandwich or not, but a lot of, so I'll be intentionally vague. A lot of people say, there's a Mexican type of meal that you can't put down because it falls apart.
Yeah.
Meatballs kind of like that too.
Unless you do it the right way, which is what Jim's
like
talking
that's what
about.
and you don't know where to bite. Like it gets a little hairy there.
That's why you need an expert.
Yeah, and I think when you are going to put the list together, I don't know where you can find a meatball replacement here. Like, meatball kind of stands alone to me. All right, I'm going to do something I think that could cause chaos for the viewers of the graphic. And because I have Italian beef in the first round and the third round, I'm going to take a Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to take a Philly cheesesteak. It's it's the regional, but it's such a big player. They got such a big following. When we were out in Philly for the first time, I had a couple. Liked it.
Do you like red meat?
What?
You got 3 red meat sandwiches right in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You into
It's
beef?
fine. He's taking the best. There's
I mean,
nothing
it's a
wrong
good
with
pick.
that.
I want.
It's a
Take
great
what I
pick.
want.
It's a
What's
great.
up?
I
Should
love
be
it.
pork
I
and
love
least
a
my
Philly
strategy.
Yeah, there's
cheesesteak.
pork. There's white meat.
Should know. So, but to me, a Philly cheesesteak with an Italian beef and a meatball, like I really like what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're taking a nap.
You're taking a huge nap.
Well, I mean, it's a sandwich.
It's such a heavy sandwich.
Took
but
the
it's
words
so
out of my
good.
mouth.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and honestly, it's like I do like a Philly cheesesteak. I like the way people love a Philly cheesesteak. I like the fact that it exists, even though it's just a simple thing. And so there's more to it than just the sandwich. It's
How
like
do you
the
do
fact
it?
That it
Right,
I
'cause
mean,
that could be
I go
messing
in there
around
and
a
say,
lot.
how do you guys with the whiz and with the
Oh,
onion?
I don't like the whiz. Give me
I
the,
don't
give me the
whiz kinda
provolone.
creeps me
like
out.
I'm not.
I like the provolone on there.
Hands down.
Oh, okay, I'll try that.
Onion, green
I like
pepper,
Yeah.
provolone.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not in a position
Put
to
that
say.
all
Yeah,
together.
we're fucking tourists when it comes to
Yeah,
cheesesteaks.
exactly.
I've spent a decent amount of time out
Have
there.
you?
Yeah.
I think it's cool though that Philly has that sandwich, and I do like when it's like the cheesesteak versus the beef stuff.
Mm-hmm.
and-
I don't think it's controversy at all that it's on there. I think you could like the cheesesteak and the Italian beef.
Yeah.
So I do.
And they're different enough.
Yeah,
that-
they're
yeah.
they're similar, but they're different
I
enough.
think it's also called like the tourist sandwich of Philly, though, because there's a sandwich from Philly that's like heart of heart,
Different.
real deal Philly. I don't want to give that.
I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're
talking about. Well, here comes White Sox Dave.
It's also
don't worry, Dave will draft it.
I think too. I didn't know. Like I always thought like a Philly was chopped because that's the one you get at the fucking mall. Mm-hmm. They don't like chop it there. Like the real places don't chop the steak.
What do they do?
Oh, yeah. It's just like
about.
shaved. Yeah.
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 I found that interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, shaved, not chopped.
You're right.
Yeah, so it's just like
Yeah, we had like the knockoff versions here. Yeah.
Well, we had the place
people
called
just-
like Philly Steak and Cheese.
Yeah.
Like the place is literally called Philly
fucking
Steak
hip.
and Cheese.
There is I think
in the mall next to an Arby's.
There's
Yeah,
also a new
that
one
don't count.
where it's like a standalone place over on Lincoln.
Philly's best.
I don't know if I've
there's
haven't
a
been
bunch
there.
of
Is
them.
legit.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they
No, I
there's a
think there's
Philly's
only
best
one.
by
There's
us
one by
on
me.
Jackson. I
On
think.
Lincoln.
Fullerton.
Yeah.
There's a few of them.
Okay. Oh, there are.
JP
one
Graziano
on
number
West
2
towards
opening
him
up
a
in the
little
hip
bit in the green line.
2022.
Be a nice commute.
Oh,
Tell you that.
2022 in the hip.
Bring
all
the
right.
food court back.
Jim, you're back.
All right, so I think this all kind of came to fruition. One of the reasons I took the 2 spot. If there's anything that makes an Italian beef better, it's throwing a piece of sausage in there. I'm going combo. Give me that dipped. Give me that hot jarred as well. Italian beef is classic, but if it got improved upon, it's by throwing a nice piece of grilled sausage in that thing. Really step up
Dude.
your game.
Oh, my mouth's
I'll
watering.
take combo.
I don't think I've
That-
ever had it.
No.
You've
Never
never
had
had
a combo is?
I don't
Well,
think so.
It's
I'm
just,
not going to get worked up.
No, no.
Combo in the
I'm-
third round. Combo in the third
You
round.
can get one across the street.
Combo in
right
the third round.
I'm here to learn. So
You take
The-
a beef, you
Yeah.
put a grilled
And
sausage in.
okay, I've
Did
never
you,
done
when
it.
we did it with coal fire, that was my big thing with Dave. Like he's like, let's do the beef, and I'm like, great. You got to at least offer the option of throwing sausage in there.
yeah, sounds awesome.
You've been to Johnny's and you've never had a combo?
No,
Those things are grilling over the coals
got
when
that
you walk
char
in.
on the sausage.
That's the smell you get
Yes.
from
Oh,
Johnny's.
okay.
That steam flying out of there. It's not beef.
So-
that's sausage.
yep.
And
You're
like I
gonna
said,
get
if
shit
you're
on
gonna
for not
make
knowing this.
if you're gonna
Yeah,
make
I'm
a
fine
beef
with that.
better, it's by throwing a piece of sausage
Okay.
in there.
That's crazy. You never knew that.
No, that's huge. I mean, it's,
I've been to Johnny's
It's
once.
good about
I
it.
think
But
at the
it's like
original.
every
Ron, I'm
fast food
surprised
place-
Ed didn't grab a combo. I'm
That has-
surprised
Yeah.
Dave didn't grab a combo.
Truth be told, I thought it was off the board when you took beef, but that's
No, I'm
fine.
like,
different.
I
It's different.
I
It
thought
is
for
different.
sure
Yeah.
that it would be one of you guys would be running in the first round to take a combo and tell me how much better a combo is. In fact, it lasted till the third round.
I'm surprised.
And, which is a good reminder for everybody. You want to make a combo? Fucking use the beef kit.
Boom.
There you go.
Yep.
Grab some sausage from Nautili, right? Grill that thing up, throw it on a sandwich.
Fucking
All you did was
great.
make it better.
Is it the? I think too. I'm willing to say I think it's got the best name in sandwiches.
Combo?
Dude, let me get a combo. You
I
just
might
go like
need
a
to-
combo. Like what is that? Like they just know. I don't know. Combo.
Is that done anywhere else? That's a Chicago
You just say,
thing,
yeah,
right?
I want a
mean,
combo, and someone's like,
Everybody
that
knows
guy
what you're
wants
talking
beef
about
and
other than
sausage.
chief.
Other than me.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean
It's
it
fine.
like that.
No, I don't care. I'll
Kendrick's
try
gonna
it
have
today.
no idea what to put.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Which
won't.
Which is funny.
They'll need some help.
You ever pull the big daddy on? You're like, yeah, just give me a beef. And they throw because it's kind of like a Chipotle, like steak and chicken.
Oh.
Like, yeah, just give me a beef. And then as soon as they put a lot of beef on, and actually make it a combo. And then
Nice.
they won't take the beef out.
Smart,
That's
Ed.
an incredible
Someone,
call.
yeah.
How do you?
That's a big daddy. Like, you
I've
know,
never
it's like,
thought of that in
it's
my
like
life.
a big daddy trick. Old trick in the neighborhood.
Is Big Daddy trick? That's like an old hockey trick, the way you say it, because it's not in the movie Big Daddy, but it's like something Adam Sandler would have done.
Yes, I forget. He does something in Big Daddy that's like similar to that, where he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, here's what you got to do. Combo, good pick.
So smart.
Chief, you are up.
I'm taking what I think is the best barbecue sandwich, which is a pulled pork sandwich. So pulled pork, you want to put a little of the oh my god, I'm having a bad brain moment. The
Sweet baby race. Where are we going?
no, the coleslaw. Jesus fucking Christ.
yeah,
But yeah, pulled pork sandwich, a little coleslaw on there, nice little soft roll. That to me is better than a brisket sandwich. And
I mean, brisket is
brisket's better
it's
out without the bread.
Objectively,
It's better without
a
the
better
bread.
meat.
I don't know about that, and it's better without the bread. So it might be a better meat. It's not a better sandwich. So I'm happy to have pulled pork
You're
in the
digging
third
yourself a
round.
hole with this because you had good rebuttals against me, but I mean, pulled pork, I could eat a fucking entire bowl. of it.
Chief, I do agree with you. I like a pulled pork sandwich.
Thank you.
I mean, I love pulled pork.
Me too.
But if you're gonna shit on my brisket,
I'm not
like,
shitting on it. I love brisket. I just don't think the bread enhances the meat in that situation.
It doesn't for
You're
pulled
better
pork either.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Absolutely not. I mean, I
'Cause-
would like to get a What's the lie detector test thing called?
Show
Lie
of
detector
hands.
test.
Show of,
What's the like, scientific name?
All right.
Polygraph. Thank you.
show of hands. Who prefers the barbecue brisket sandwich on a bun opposed to the pulled pork sandwich on a bun? There you go.
I mean, gun to head.
5-2.
That's not that I don't like pulled pork, but if you like,
It sets up
Brisket.
more
Pulled
for
pork?
a sandwich.
Your
Pulled
pulled
pork.
pork
Pulled pork.
sets up, like you said.
yeah,
better
you
for
gotta
a sandwich.
sets
chop
up more
up
for
the
a sandwich.
chop up the
Yes.
brisket, and usually you'll eat a brisket
with the fork and knife.
with a fork and knife,
Yep.
which is fine. But a brisket
This is my
sandwich
whole
is just
point.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
I'm with you, Dave.
Yeah, I'm with you. Pulled pork, great pick. Can't go wrong.
Agreed. I like the pulled pork pick, Chief. All right, I'm up again. I'm going to go with the one that this is another thing. You could definitely find them here. I wish you could find them more, and I wish they were more prevalent. They're more prevalent in New York for sure. But a fucking good chicken parm sandwich is
Ooh, I
outstanding.
love a chicken parm sandwich.
There's a really good spot around the corner from you. I'm blanking on the name, Jim. It's really good. Chicken parm, man.
I love chicken parm.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, I mean,
That-
are you drafting a chicken parm sandwich or chicken parm?
chicken parm sandwich?
Sandwich.
That's a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, big thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Huge.
thing.
Big thing?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken parm sandwich. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was like one of my things that I would get. I would have my mom make for like my birthday meals. Would be a chicken parm sandwich. Like I don't want a big not chicken parm. I want a chicken parm sandwich for my birthday.
Yeah.
And so I love chicken parm.
Great call. Great call. The only, again, kind of like the meatball, though, if it's not done the right way, like why I think it's so well done in New York is they use those chicken cutlets,
Yep.
right? You got to pound the heck out of
the
those
shit
things.
out of
Those
them.
things got to be,
Flatten them, fry them.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be, it's not going to be like a fried chicken sandwich where it's like a big chicken breast on
Right.
there. I mean, again, so I think to make it a good sandwich, it takes a deft touch. You got to prepare it the right way. New York all day long. Chicago, sometimes you kind of struggle to find somebody that has the touch to really make it a sandwich. But if anything's improved from like chicken parm, awesome meal, how can we make it better? Throw that thing on a sandwich, man.
Yep.
Chicken parm can't go wrong.
Yep.
Great
totally,
sandwich. Good
Totally.
pick.
And when you do find a good one here, it's like you're like, fuck yeah. Like
Yeah.
you get really excited.
No, it's killer.
Like it's like
I haven't had one in forever, but
it's
it's
an
great.
anomaly.
That's another one that'll put you right to sleep.
All right, so chicken parm sandwich off the board. White Sox Dave.
So I am gonna go with one of my favorite sandwiches in this neighborhood.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
I'm going with a Cuban sandwich.
From?
Nelly's.
Yep.
That sandwich is so fucking good. I've talked about them at the White Sox. You can't get them right now because of fucking COVID rules, but a Cuban sandwich is a home run sandwich.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone get one. Someone tweeted at me that they had one.
There's a couple sections where they do the grilled onions and stuff, I guess. I haven't seen them
Yeah,
yet.
someone
but
tweeted us too because we said in Redline last week that
yes.
there was no grilled onions. Someone said there definitely is grilled onions.
But
I
they're
had
only
them.
in like a couple parts of the park instead of along the whole concourse. I just hadn't noticed them yet. But a Cuban sandwich, you got the pork, you got the beef, you got the cheese. Awesome sandwich. And Caribbean food, I think, is very underrated.
Yeah, I think that Cuban sandwich, that was a strong contender for my next pick. So I love a Cuban sandwich, and that one from
It's
Nelly's is fantastic.
unbelievable.
Yeah. So
I
that's
found
in
that
Humboldt
on
Park.
just like a delivery,
yeah.
delivery app, and when I lived in the neighborhood, I was ordering it like 3 times a week.
So I used to live 2 blocks from it. I did damage at that place.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd like to try this place with you, Dave.
I took
I've
Danny
actually
there.
never
Danny,
really
what'd you
had
think?
a good Cuban.
It is really good.
It's cheap as
But
fuck.
I know
too.
it's very highly regarded, so I would say you have yourself a nice pick.
Ed, we'll go there soon.
All right.
Can I come?
Yeah, absolutely. All you
Jesus.
guys are invited.
Yeah.
You too?
Absolutely.
Thanks, bro.
All right. Cuban sandwich off the board. Dave, you're up again.
And then for my next pick, I am going to go with, and I want to ask you this once. I'm going with the Reuben. I love corned beef. You throw that the sauerkraut on there. You got the little Thousand Island dressing. One of my favorite sandwiches. I like the toasted bun for a Reuben.
What kind of bread we doing? Marble rye?
Yeah, you got to go rye.
See, I
You
don't
gotta
really
go
like rye bread. It's not my.
Rye's my favorite bread.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
There's
mean,
not good rye bread.
good-
Yeah, maybe
exactly,
I haven't
that's-
had it. Maybe
so
I
you
haven't
can
had
get
it.
a lot of it.
What do you mean,
A lot
Jim?
of good rye bread
Jewish
in this
deli
neighborhood.
rye bread. You know
That's
what
what I
I
was
mean?
gonna
There's
ask.
a new place where the lockdown used to be, which was New Jewish Deli. Well, I'll have to check that out.
I'm going to.
Okay.
And I was going to say the Lockdown was my favorite burger in the city. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Kaufman's in Skokie or Niles?
Yeah.
How? Give me your true take on it.
Of the general place?
of the sandwiches, because I used to go there on the way to Northwestern games, and the sandwich I thought was fucking phenomenal.
It is fucking phenomenal. It's a classic spot, man. It's, Jewish delis are revered because they know how to throw together a sandwich. It hits all the flavor points, right? You got the cure of the beef, you got the Thousand Island, you got the sauerkraut on there. You hit all the flavor points, and you throw that thing together, especially if it's a really well done corned beef, like a place like that. Absolute classic sandwich. I do prefer a different iteration of that sandwich more than
I know what
Reuben,
you're talking about.
right? I don't want to give it away because it's definitely
That's
on
not
the table.
exactly a Reuben either.
Well, it has another name, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that iteration's better.
For that one, I don't even remember the iteration of the name because it's been a while since I've been there, like years now. But I would get the chicken chop liver on it, and it sounds disgusting, but it just makes that sandwich.
Does.
And it's like a $20 sandwich. It's super expensive.
Yeah, they're always monster too.
Yeah. But it's like 2 meals worth of food. It's like a football size, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
So yeah,
classic.
I'm going
Classic.
Reuben, like straight up Americanized Reuben.
Reuben Sox Dave. Off the board. Okay, I'm up again.
The Cuban and the Reuben.
The Cuban and the Reuben.
Cute. Yeah, look at that.
You like Reuben Stuttered?
He was a bust actually.
He
Never
won.
did shit.
Ed, what do you like here?
He's sorry for 2004.
He never did shit really with that, did he?
Christmas album.
I'm going to go with a pick that I know you will appreciate.
Thank
I
you.
know these two probably won't, and I think Jim might. But it's the most slept-on sandwich in Chicago.
Is it Mr. D's?
It's a fucking gyro, man.
Fuck yeah.
It's a
I like a
gyro.
gyro.
Fuck yes,
It's just that-
Ed.
It's
I
a
don't know that
gyro.
I've ever had a good one.
They just put
Which
a
is-
Mediterranean place over by me on Damon and Melrose, and I get €3 a week now from this place. $8.95, a little overpriced for what I get, but it is absolutely fucking delicious. And the fact that the euro it like changes, it's such a powerful dynamic to your food repertoire.
And Jim, you could confirm here on the Northwest side, like gyros are a big thing, right?
Is there a big Greek population up there?
It's just like those quick service diner ones.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
And it's
and a couple places do them really well.
Right.
And I don't know, like I know Mr. Greek is pretty good over there, or Greek Town by you, Jim. But like, and obviously the sit down ones are great too.
Goodies
I'm just saying for
by
the
the
fast
house,
food,
right?
Goodies
I
is
mean,
awesome.
that's
Frank's
killer.
But I love the gyros are awesome.
Such a good pick.
such a good
West,
sandwich.
over by Jim's shop, where there's the Greek Town area, there's a bunch of the Greek restaurants, some really, really sharp Euro places. And there's one over here, too. And the thing that's great about the Euro is the meat is so flavorful that you don't have to rely on, you can go easy tzatziki.
Yeah.
Slice of tomato, a little bit onion. The pita's fucking warm. I mean, it's about as simple as simple.
good
as that.
sandwich.
I like when they
So
take the
simple.
little extra step, shave that gyro off, throw it on the flat top griddle, little bit
Crisp
crispy
it
on
up.
the outside.
However, though,
Forget
Jim,
it.
However, if you walk into a place and they have gyro on the menu,
Yeah,
and you don't see the fucking rotator in the
Don't.
back,
it's not getting ordered.
don't get it.
No chance.
It's
See,
coming out of
I
a
think I've only
plastic
had
bag.
the shitty ones, and they're
Yeah.
fine. They're like
Shout
they're
out
good.
Kronos, Chicago company
Yeah.
that supplies all these places with the Euro sticks, probably with the
Yep.
oven rotisserie too.
Fucking gyros,
and
man.
the tzatziki and
It's
the
such a
pita.
good
They do
pick,
it all.
Ed.
Love the gyro. Hey guys, I want to take another quick break here to talk to you about being smart. I know you're smart already because you listen to this podcast, but let's be smarter about paying off our debt. How about that? And there's no better way to do that than by using Upstart, okay? So Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan, and it's all done online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get a simple fixed monthly payment. And unlike the other lenders, they'll just look at the credit score and be like, nope, see you later. You're done. No chance. These people actually look at more, okay? Upstart, they check out your income, they check out your employment history, and they look to make a deal, okay? So with a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. You can receive the funds also as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan, which is pretty damn fast. So go check this out right now. You can find how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/Eddie. That's upstart.com/Eddie, EDDIE. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/Eddie today, and let's get this debt paid off. All right, let's hop back into the show. All All right, Chief, you're up.
Classic.
All right, so this one I actually mentioned on a recent sit-down chain one. I'm taking a turkey club, so it's similar to the BLT, but you just add turkey to it and add an extra layer of bread, and it is one of those things. It's so simple, it's so good, it's hard to mess up. Like we've had all these stipulations. Well, you got to have this. The meatball's got to be the right size. You got to have the right type of meat for this. You can't mess up a turkey club. It is almost impossible. So it is one of those things where if I was on the road and I'm going to, an IHOP, I'm going to one of these, chain places where you sat down, I know I can trust a turkey club, and it's another it's light, it's good, it fills you up, you're ready to go. Turkey club. So I know it's simple, it might be a little bit boring, but I love a turkey club, and I would be remiss if I didn't take it.
Classic. In the sandwich family.
Yep.
Right. Good, not great.
Good. Yeah.
I don't know if it improves a BLT.
I think it does.
You got to be, where you get it. You throw some dry-ass turkey on that, and you kind of just ruined it. And turkey could be very dry, especially because it's probably going to be carved breast more than anything. Right? You're not getting deli turkey on that thing. It's a classic sandwich. I'm not arguing that, but it could also be a way of you take a couple bites and you're like, why didn't I just get a BLT, man?
See, I never feel that way. I
think
I love a
pick
BLT
is
too.
A high floor, low
You
ceiling.
also think
pick.
a burger's the same.
High floor, low ceiling.
I'm with you, Dave.
Yes, I would agree.
It's just safe.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you said,
it's boring.
I always got them at after I golfed because
that's
another.
That's
You're gonna have. It's a light sandwich. You're gonna. They're not gonna fuck it up.
But are you ever walking away from a turkey club and being like, man, it's the best sandwich I've ever had?
No,
not really. No,
nope. But
Okay.
but I do. But at the same time, I love them. They've never let me down.
I don't dislike them. I
Yeah.
just don't. You're not knocking my socks off.
Yeah, I knew that going in.
By
That's how I
adding
felt.
dry
I
turkey
knew
to
that
the
going in.
BLT.
peanut butter and jelly.
So
Yeah, that's a good point, Dave. That's a good point. Although I do think a grilled cheese can knock your socks off.
I think Chief has a pretty good list of people do think cheeseburgers a sandwich.
I'm sure he does. They're wrong, but
I mean,
sure
that
he
would have
does.
been my first overall pick if I had the first pick.
Turkey
Cheeseburger.
club. Off the board. Jim, you're up.
All right, this one. This is where I'm hoping to make or break the draft right here. Know where I want to go. Yeah, I'm doing it. Roast pork. That, to me, is the Philly sandwich. That's what the natives get. Denick's, right? John's.
John's is the one I've heard is you got to go to.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you start anything with sharpened porter provolone, you've already jumped up 10 categories, in my opinion. Now we're taking slow roast pork, super juicy. We're going to add in, I mean, you talk about people that know what they're doing. We're going to do broccoli rabe on that, right? Which adds a little bit
love
of
broccoli rabe,
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Now you're putting that on a sandwich. You get the little bitter notes from that, the sharpness of the cheese. You put it on some incredible bread. All those juices soak in. To me, Philly sandwich, Philly cheesesteak's great. I think that's more of a tourist thing. The heart.
And that's where the poll is going to get affected. Because I have heard this, how you're describing it, that roast pork's the way to go.
I think that's the way to go, man.
I feel like we're entering in Frank the Tank territory in terms of expert analysis with Jim.
I just think it elevates it a little bit more. And if you've never no free ads, like I said, put it on my tab for this episode. Ed, JT's Genuine Sandwiches.
Where's that?
Northwest, off of Irving. You got to get the cross street right by that McDonald's that you pass when you're going east to Wrigley.
Okay.
Off of Irving. I'm so sorry I don't have his exact address off the top of my head. This guy throws together a roast pork that is absolutely phenomenal.
Damn.
All those unbelievable elements, and
I'm going to have to try
just
this.
make it better by putting it together.
Say it again. JT's what?
JT's Genuine Sandwich
Genuine.
Shop. And Killer Burgers, too. I think he just got written up for one of the best burgers in the city. This guy,
Really?
you close your eyes. That's the type of place. You close your eyes, you point. You're not going to get disappointed by anything on that guy's menu. Roast pork, and I had always said if I ever add hot sandwiches to my menu, roast pork would be the first one.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Damn.
absolutely killer.
I gotta try one. I've never had one.
Yeah,
So
I've had
good.
one.
I knew that's what he was going to go
Yeah,
when he
same.
was talking about
Carl,
cheesesteak, but I
shake-
haven't had one.
You're shaking your head. Are you bummed
mad?
out?
No,
Big
no.
Mac?
I think this is I think it's a good pick. I don't have anything to relate to, and I'm actually not reacting to Jim. This is me in my own head, so I don't even realize if I'm making faces or anything.
No, I
I'm just
could
sitting
tell.
here just furiously thinking about my next picks.
All right, good. I can't shoot down the pick. You're up again, Carl.
You got 2, Carl.
I know. Fuck. All right. I'm taking a buffalo chicken sandwich. I like a buffalo chicken sandwich so much. It's a good litmus test. And you go into a place for the first time. It's also a buffalo chicken plays at like the Applebee's and the Chili's of the world. It also plays, if someone's got like a specialty buffalo chicken, but it just like that name, you trust it very much so. Almost to the extent Chief's talking about with like a club.
Mm-hmm.
But what the buffalo chicken has is the ability to come out of that restaurant and go, that was a great buffalo chicken sandwich. It's also the type of thing they say, hey, I want to go to that one place. You want to go to that one place? And go, ooh, it's a good buffalo chicken fucking sandwich.
I don't know that I've ever.
Where's that? Yeah.
See, that's like the diet
Wait, what were you
version
gonna
of
say?
a Nashville hot
Yeah,
sandwich. It's
like-
like mostly just doused in.
Right.
I like them, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
mostly
okay.
like
Buffalo
Frank's
chicken.
Red
But
Hot.
I don't agree with that now. I think that's very similar to the turkey love. I don't think I've ever been like, that's
Oh,
unbelievable.
no. There's
You
there's
bu-
some, there's some
Where you're
good
just like,
buffalo
that's the best
chickens.
buffalo chicken sandwich I've
Oh,
ever had?
Yeah.
No
Definitely.
fucking.
Looking back, I
Okay.
wish I would have
Definitely.
drafted
And
this
I
in
feel like they
duos.
serve them as wraps more than sandwiches, too.
Yeah,
They do both.
It's a
that's how
popular wrap. Sure.
Yeah.
The
That's like
Popular
bar
wrap.
food. Like, that's bar food.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
Where
but
the
if
fuck
you
do
get a-
you?
Yeah.
What do you
Good.
fucking think I'm hanging out at?
I don't know. I mean, we're talking sandwich shops all around the city.
If you get a good buffalo chicken, it's you'll put a pin in that bar.
If you're going buffalo chicken, just give me the wings, man.
Yeah, I
like
kinda
Dave's
feel that way,
Nashville
too.
chicken, that's a
I
chicken
agree.
sandwich. You're not getting.
No, because
A
this is where you
Nashville
guys are
chicken
actually
breast.
getting too cute because you're actually starting to disrespect the fact that you don't have access to all this great shit all the time. Like sometimes you have to sit down and make the best
That's
of
what I
a
just said
fucking
with
pub
Turkey
menu.
Club. Yeah.
And I'm saying buffalo chicken is way better
Yeah,
than
I
Turkey
think-
Club.
Yeah, but
way
is a
better.
buffalo chicken sandwich better than an order of buffalo chicken wings?
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
would
because
order
buffalo chicken
tenders.
wings is a first rounder and we're in the 4th round now, Jim. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's a
Buffalo chicken
sandwich
wings are
draft.
the first.
Right?
So now
like,
you're comparing. It's like, is it good? Okay,
But
what's
even
going on?
so, I still think buffalo chicken sandwich is getting a little too much heat.
It's crazy
it's
how
a
much
good sandwich,
disrespect it's
yeah.
getting right now
No,
in this
it's
moment.
good,
If he didn't like,
and you
like,
can fuck it up. By the way,
if you have too much sauce too.
I'm a big proponent. You could fuck up everything.
you can,
Oh, yeah,
I hate
yeah.
people. Like I was gonna correct you when you said you can't really. You said you can't. It's hard to fuck it up.
Yeah.
You could fuck up everything.
Sure.
Everything.
But in general, I trust it. is my
Yeah,
point.
yeah. It's got a
Yeah.
low floor.
Mm-hmm. No.
High floor.
High floor, low ceiling. Yeah.
I like the pick, but
Thank you.
yeah,
it's not a bad sandwich.
yeah.
It's
I'm
just
in the
I don't
4th
know
round.
if you've
I
improved
get Jim's
upon.
con though.
I don't know if you've improved upon what is globally accepted of when you think of buffalo chicken.
Well,
you're
I'd rather
thinking
eat chicken
wings,
parm
man.
without fucking bread, Jim. I'd rather eat good
That's
chicken
great.
parm.
You should have brought that up in the 3rd round.
Well,
I
but
don't
I'm
know
not
what to
sitting
tell
here
you.
to. Okay. You know what, Jim? I'm
What?
gonna do you
We
one
can't
better
criticize Carl's picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
let's
one-
let's
Yeah.
get on to his next one.
Yeah.
Number
What's that?
5.
You absolutely can, but you gotta have to do better than fucking Turkey Club's better than a buffalo sandwich.
No, I just said I didn't really like it. But this is a theme. You can't criticize your picks. Let's do your
What's
next
wrong?
one. Let's do your next one. What is wrong?
That's what I'm asking you.
No, we're going on.
Number 5.
Number 5.
We
You
entered
okay?
the 5th round.
I'm
You're
great.
up again, Carl.
With permission, I'm gonna stay on chicken. I'm gonna take a home run brunch chicken. I'm gonna take chicken and waffle sandwich.
I love chicken. For
I don't know if
everything.
it's a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
that's a
not
sandwich.
I mean,
Chicken
you
and
could
waffles
make
that
it a
come side by
sandwich.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like chicken with breakfast for some reason.
I've never really got. It's a big time Southern food thing. I've never really gotten into that, but
Yeah, I don't know if that's a sandwich.
It works. I mean, chicken, right? You got the salty, you got the sweet, all those flavors hands down work together. I might be missing something. I've never seen it as a sandwich, right? Chicken and waffles is 2 things on a plate.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
you
feel-
could make it a sandwich.
I feel like the sandwich component of my brain that's identifying chicken and waffles here is the. You guys ready for this one? Chief, you ever had White Castle?
I actually haven't. I've never
Not
had White
fucking
Castle.
forever. It's so.
Wait, you were joking.
No, I've never had it. We've talked about this on the fast food draft, I think. I don't think I've ever had it.
All right, quick pivot out. I'm going to take ham sandwich. Classic. I
Ham-
don't give a fuck what type it is.
Ham
Give
and
me
cheese?
a ham. Give
Is
me
that
a
the
ham.
6th round pick? What did you do there?
No, I think we all vetoed, right? That
You
was
guys,
a official
said,
veto.
you guys said
I
chicken
vetoed
and
that.
waffle wasn't a sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
vetoed.
happy for you to
so
take
you're taking
it
ham
as
and
a
cheese?
sandwich.
I'm taking a ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich.
Okay.
What am I taking?
A ham sandwich.
I'm taking the fucking ham sandwich that comes on Christmas after you've gone through the Christmas ham.
You just helped yourself out
That
a
was-
lot.
that
yeah,
was
like
good.
I'm taking like
You helped
ham,
yourself out a
ham
lot.
sandwich.
Okay.
The fucking
That's
old
a-
ham,
yeah.
not and I like a shaved
Crackhouse-
crackus. I like a shaved
Crackus.
crackus.
You doing anything to that ham before you make it a
I
sandwich?
mean, I could make it a fucking. It could be.
What would
honey-
you do to it?
It could be
I mean,
honey
you gotta
glazed.
throw it in a pan with butter.
Yeah.
Could be
You gotta
honey
crisp
glazed. It
it
could
up.
be a Virginia baked.
All the hams are great, but if you're gonna make it a sandwich the next day, you're definitely throwing it in a pan with butter.
Sure
You
are.
gotta get it crispy.
Crisp
That's
that
I want
shit
the
to
up.
only
listen.
thing.
Listen, I'm carving this ham.
Carve
It's
it
a
up.
ham you carve.
Yes.
Dave was ready to crush you if it was just regular crocus.
Well, Dave was like, "What?
I don't really like
ham."
the-
I
You're
love
gonna
ham.
take a food that you ate when you were 8? I'm gonna murder you.
That would have been not quite, but almost on the same level as fucking grilled cheese and peanut butter and jelly. Just it's ham sandwiches, like you said. If you're carving it like leftovers, awesome sandwich. But like just making it on yourself.
Do you remember a good
get
specific
outta
one
here.
you've had, Dave? Maybe in Wheaton, 6th grade?
With your other friend Ryan.
No, I mean, no. I mean, there's technically kind of ish ham on a Cuban.
Dave, don't fall for his trap.
All right.
Simple thing about a ham sandwich too, if you have good white bread and a simple mustard.
Yellow. Yep.
I mean,
Easy.
Oh.
that's it.
I'm a horseradish mustard guy.
You know.
But
All right, ham sandwich off the board. Jim, your final pick.
All right, guys. There's a lot of different ways I can go here. I feel like I've had a very good draft so far. Trying not to stumble here at the end.
He's got all his notes. I love it.
This might be, man, I hope I'm not stretching. And, man, audience out there, back me up. Because if you guys have hit these spots up before, you know this is an incredible sandwich. I'm taking Samita.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's a Mexican, or it's not Mexican. It's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, no, it's
Puerto
Mexican.
Rican. It's Mexican.
Puebla.
What's
That's
on it?
originally
Can you
where
describe it?
It
Yeah, no doubt.
is unbelievable.
Dave,
Unbelievable.
Dave, describe it for us.
Tell him, Dave.
So at my old job we used to get, it was called Fuda. They would like come and cater every day with a different restaurant, and Samitas is when I saw that was on the menu for that day, I was like looking forward to lunch.
And what's on it?
It's the
Jim?
what's the purple
You want me to take over?
The purple-
My pick.
Sooner the better.
what's the
Sooner
purple
the better,
lettuce?
Jim. Land the plane.
What's
Cabbage?
it was like purple cabbage, and then
Yeah, that
the
doesn't
meat-
go on a Samita.
Yes,
Okay.
it does. I remember it.
Sit, Dave.
All right. Well, it's Jim's
go ahead.
pick, so
I'm not
let's
going
have
to tell you
Jim's
about
sandwich.
the socks. You don't tell me about sandwiches, all right? So
Fair.
the
I'll help
Samita is kind of like a muffaletta roll,
Okay.
right? Round, soft sesame. It's also the name of the bread.
Okay.
The bread is called Samita, and that's also the name of the sandwich. So you're doing mojo marinated roast pork.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you're a big pork guy.
I mean, it's a magical animal.
Yeah.
Think of how many things you could do with that thing.
Bacon tastes good. Pork tastes good.
You can go a couple different ways with it. It could be beef, it could be chicken, it could be pork. I'm taking pork Milanese style.
Okay.
Right? So we're pounding it, we're frying it. We're putting it on a beautiful bread that's usually baked in-house.
Okay.
Slices of avocado, or I really like when they just throw straight up guacamole on there.
Fuck.
Osaka cheese, which is like that real
Yep.
stringy,
Yep.
white,
I love that stuff.
unbelievably
Yep.
flavorful cheese.
Where do you get this?
So, you know,
Can you get it here?
there absolutely. There's got to be places on like Fullerton that make incredible Samitas. My introduction to it, there was a place called Samitas Puebla. Originally started out on Fullerton, family-owned place. They had a place in a West Loop, not far from us on Fulton for a while. They have closed up, unfortunately. I mean, this is a put your head through a sandwich, what am I trying to say here, right? Put your head through a wall type of sandwich.
Okay.
These are one of those sandwiches, when you stand up, you could say, man, that was one
Fuck,
of the
that was
best sandwiches I've had in my life. Pickled jalapenos, right, to bring the sharp kind of vinegar bite into this sandwich. You can make it an atomica, which is throwing all three of the meats on at the same time. If you listen to me, the people out there, if you've had a Samita, you're screaming in your car right now. I'm so happy this guy grabbed this sandwich. It's to me one of the best sandwiches that has been constructed.
So I think I actually have had this on vacation in Mexico.
Okay.
And it was a while ago, but it was unbelievable. And then they served it with your drink on the side. They called it I might get the word wrong. Spanish Dave might correct me here. Terremoto, which is it's Spanish for earthquake. And they came out with these big pineapple, white wine, vodka, frozen cocktail thing. So
go.
like the whole idea was like you have the sandwich and then you have that and then you just like your body's shaking.
That's
like,
it.
like you stand up and you're just hammered drunk and super full and then you just have to like get to the ground.
Yeah.
So they call it taromoto.
If you're
The
asking
earthquake.
me straight up, Samita, to me, I had it in my top 5.
Okay.
I felt that this could probably get slept on by everybody else, and I can grab it late.
Yep.
Dude, as a sandwich draft, Samita, if Samita wasn't drafted in this draft, I don't know if how the integrity of this draft would have held up.
So
That's high praise.
Okay, so we were both correct.
Okay.
I looked it up. Samita is like it's just a sandwich, and there's different variations of Samitas.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure people do them
So the
differently.
one that I got, it had the like red cabbage, and it was kind of like a Mexican style coleslaw.
Okay.
And it blew your dick off your chest or stomach,
Yeah,
whatever.
dick on your
take.
chest?
Yeah, I mean-
some people probably do. But
We're not judging them.
awesome
Yeah.
sandwiches. Awesome sandwiches. And I've only had them like from one place catered.
There's
Yeah.
definitely always some sort of a pickled component on there, whether it be like coleslaw. I really like the traditional like pickled jalapenos or like the real thin sliced carrot
So
and
good.
jalapeno. That just rounds out all those flavors together, man. Samita is, I'm telling you, there's people out there right now that are very happy. That
This
just
place
got
is over
taken.
by you.
Where?
Samitas Pueblas. That's
Yeah,
where
they're not open anymore, unfortunately.
I couldn't find them.
Yeah.
So fuck. I
So
loved
good.
that
I mean,
place.
killer,
I
right?
loved that
Yeah.
place.
Dave knows what's up. Dave knows what's up.
Samita off
Great
the board.
pick.
Thank
Great
you.
pick. No one's gonna really know what
round?
it is, but
The
it's,
picture is going to have to do it justice. I
Yeah,
hope. Yeah.
it is.
Good
a
luck.
Phenomenal.
Your fate is in
sandwich.
Ken Jack's hands.
Yeah.
Can I have his email to submit a picture? How does that work?
I'll give you his number.
Chief, you're up.
All right, so I'm going with. Everybody knows I love soft cheese. That's been well established. Barada gang. A summertime food that is on Jim's menu is the caprese salad sandwich. So I love that. I do it as a grilled version. So you get that. I use a Toronto bread that you can get at the grocery store, the crusty bread. You have the arugula, you have the basil, the fresh basil, the tomatoes, the mozzarella. You have a little pesto, and then you drizzle on the creamy balsamic, and it is a top sandwich, especially in the summer. I love it. It is like it's a top 5 sandwich for me. It's another one that my mom used to make all the time. So the caprese salad, the caprese sandwich.
Caprese salad sandwich or just caprese sandwich?
I mean, I don't know how you would. I would probably just say caprese sandwich, but I don't know what you would say because it does have the arugula and the basil on there.
Yeah,
so.
you're just calling that a caprese sandwich.
Caprese
Absolute
sandwich.
classic. Those
Yeah.
flavors combined together just do absolutely magical things. If you notice at the shop, I only do that in the height of summer.
I did
when we're
notice
bringing
that.
in burrata, when the tomatoes are absolutely at their
Perfect.
height.
Yep.
It's very hard to find a meatless version of
Yep.
any kind of sandwich that I would attack if it's right in front of me.
That's it.
As long as those ingredients are stellar,
Mm-hmm.
the combination of those two absolutely sings, man. Can't go wrong with the caprese when that's well constructed.
Yep. And that cream of balsamic, you can't leave that out. Like that, like you drizzle that on there. You don't do that? Not the fan. Not
So
a fan?
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making it at the height of peak season of everything, the acidity from the tomato,
Is enough.
I think
Okay.
negates the need for a balsamic.
Okay.
I'm not going to get mad at you if you throw balsamic on there.
Love the drizzle.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Now, if you're making it a sandwich, you need something on there. I'm mixing red wine vinegar with our lettuce,
Okay.
right, to throw it on there. Again, I just I don't know if it's it doesn't absolutely have
Okay.
to have balsamic, and any kind of balsamic drizzle or cream of balsamic to me is kind of like a Mickey Mouse product, man.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
Mickey Mouse, my sandwich. I
It's
think.
just straight up balsamic vinegar.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Okay.
it's
All right. Well, maybe I'll
it's-
make an adjustment here if going forward because I have historically loved the cream of balsamic.
I'm not trying to talk you off of it.
Well, I mean, you're the sandwich guy, so
I am the sandwich
I
guy.
will like you have an expert sitting next to you. I'll take it into account. But yeah, caprese
right.
sandwich.
Can't go
Caprese
wrong.
sandwich off the board. I'm up. I need my last pick. This is outside the box. It might get vetoed, but it's a great fucking sandwich. I'm going with the ice cream sandwich.
I can't
Great
veto it.
job.
That sandwich right in the name. Fuck, that's a good pick.
It's a fucking home. It's a power hitter, man.
Great,
it is.
great pick.
I don't know that I've ever had a good one other than like from like Ice Cream Man or something.
I unfortunately think that the name is better than the sandwich.
You think so?
Like the concept itself is better than the experience. Like when you have an ice cream sandwich, it's fine, and it could cost you $1 or however much those things are. But the name itself, amazing pick.
Chief's upset he didn't take it.
I am, because like when we used to go to the beach as kids, or the ice cream truck comes through the neighborhood, like that's what I get, because you can keep it in the wrapper and just eat it as you go. You're not getting like fucking, sugar ice cream melting all over you. It's satisfying. It's refreshing. It's still somewhat light, so you're not like just bogged down. It is
an ice cream sandwich.
I love
it.
An
95 degrees out in the summer. Just hits
great texture.
You don't have any fucking home run. You have like these. You have these two icons. Then you have these two great novelties. Gyro and chicken parm.
I love my draft.
Really strong. But
Ice
you don't
cream
have
sandwich.
anybody who was like,
And I also like that there's different variations now. Like I really like the strawberry one, the Neapolitan.
What's
You get a
that?
little bit of
I like
everything.
just chocolate on chocolate, chocolate graham cracker, chocolate ice cream. That's how I roll.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
I
I
love
think
chocolate.
vanilla ice cream,
That's a
chocolate chip
classic.
cookies,
Yeah.
and give me the little chocolate chips around the outside.
That's
like that attached to
the Chipwich.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of like the
That's
cake.
that's
That's
the
the
ice
one.
cream sandwich.
I think that great pick, Ed.
Yeah.
I had it on my list. I thought that would be definitely a fun pick for this draft. I just had to put more stock into like straight up sandwiches. It's a fun pick. It goes
Totally
along
get
with
it.
your PB&J and your grilled cheese. My kids are gonna love your draft.
Hey, let's make them a Twitter. Let's get them voting. not too young to hit the polls. All right, ice cream sandwich, my pick. Dave, give us Mr. Irrelevant.
So, I am taking what if this was an East Coast podcast, I would take this maybe 1-1. For my money, it is the by far and away, and I know cons, you're listening. If you don't back me up on this, I'll fucking kill you when I'm out there next week. I'm taking a Taylor ham / pork roll egg and cheese sandwich. It is
not what I thought you were doing.
the best breakfast sandwich on the planet. You guys have never had it.
No, I
It's
haven't.
strictly South Jersey, Philly. You can get it up more towards New York City a little bit, but it's hard to find in the city.
Dave?
It is unbelievable. I promise to God. I'm going to bring some home.
This
'cause
is a pork roll?
It's pork roll, but that's
Wow,
like
Dave,
a...
I'm
Depends
putting
on
the-
where you come from.
I'm putting the gun to your head.
Right.
Which one
Taylor
is
ham
it?
or pork roll.
I grew
Right.
up calling it Taylor ham.
All right, Taylor ham
But
sandwich.
I'm not from that region. I'm not going to get in on the
he
debate.
should be allowed to put Taylor ham / pork roll on the
Can I
graphic.
ask you a
Cannot.
question?
Really?
So just
No, absolutely not.
Because people say it from one side, but people
There's-
say the other.
there's
But it's the
gonna-
same
Are they
fucking
different?
thing.
No, it's the same thing.
Oh, it is.
It's just where you're
It's
from.
the exact same thing. Well,
Yeah,
Taylor's
come
the
on.
brand. Taylor's like
Bro,
Vienna.
that's fucking diabolical to make Dave pick one if he's not from there.
I'm not telling Eddie said to pick one. I'm just saying I know enough that people
It's
will
a
get into
huge
a
debate.
fight
Yes.
if it's Taylor ham or pork roll. So if he's going to box himself into one of them, that's risky with the pick. That's
I think a slash plays there. If it's truly
This
the
is-
same
so,
thing.
Tom, you could probably correct me if I'm wrong. Taylor
Pipe up,
is
Tommy.
the
Come on.
Taylor's like the Vienna beef
Wow.
because that's going to be a
Because
huge.
what this guy does is fight. Are you kidding me?
Well, if he says Taylor, what is it? Pork
Taylor
roll.
ham or pork
Taylor
roll.
ham.
If he says pork roll, the Taylor ham people are going to come out
Right.
here and fucking kill him.
But
That's
he
what I'm
loves
saying.
starting regional arguments. He fucking ketchuped up a hot dog
So
to the
much
fucking
ketchup
moon
on a hot dog.
to get it.
It was
this
a
is
lot
what he
of ketchup
does.
on
Pork roll or
Yeah,
Taylor
extra.
ham? Pork
Did you
roll or
order
Taylor ham?
extra ketchup
Can you
on
call
a
it a Taylor roll? Or a pork ham? Or like a...
So
could
this
you
is-
put it on
Call
the
the pork
ham?
roll. Call the pork
Hey,
roll.
yo,
This
pork
is
ham.
this is
Bro.
what it is. This is what it is. So Taylor is like Vienna beef. That's the name of the pork roll. It's like the specific brand, and it's the best brand. So some people just call it Taylor ham, but it's
Like a
all
Q-tip.
pork roll. But there can be different brands of pork roll. So
Okay.
Very
I don't
well
give a
explained.
shit. It's not my argument. I grew up calling it Taylor ham. I would bring it out back to Chicago like when all growing up. I'm going to bring some back out for you guys next week.
What
and-
goes on the
You've
sandwich?
told me
It's-
you're bringing me this for 4 years.
Well, I'm going to this time.
What goes on the sandwich?
It's it's a log. It's
you want
like
it?
2 footballs long of just salted pork.
Okay.
It doesn't look good. It looks like bologna kind of.
Gross.
You fry it up. You just flip it over for a couple minutes. You get a nice char on the meat. You put some cheese on it. You put a fried egg on it. You put it on everything
So it's a
bagel or
breakfast
white bread.
sandwich.
It's a breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
It is unbelievable.
I
It is
mean,
unbelievable.
okay.
It's my favorite sandwich on earth.
All right,
Every
Dave.
time I'm out east, I cannot wait to get one.
I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to choose violence? Do you want to argue with someone?
I don't want violence for this one because it's not my argument to make.
not your fight to
it's
fight.
not my fight to fight.
I got you.
All right, quick bonus round. Everybody draft a soda to go with their sandwiches. I'm going to take a Sunkist.
Frank the Tank. All right, we'll read them out here for a second. Honorable mentions, and we'll get out of here. Carl Italian beef meatball sandwich, cheesesteak, buffalo chicken sandwich, ham sandwich, Jim Italian sub, BLT combo, roast pork sandwich, Samita, Chief cheeseburger, bacon, egg, and cheese, pulled pork sandwich, turkey club, caprese salad, caprese. Eddie grilled cheese, peanut butter and jelly, chicken parm, gyro ice cream sandwich. White Sox Dave barbecue brisket sandwich, Nashville hot chicken sandwich, Cuban sandwich, Reuben Taylor ham / pork roll. Do some honorable mentions.
French dip.
Lobster roll, muffaletta, poor boy.
Po' boys are great. Banh mi.
Which way you go with poor boy?
Every
dip.
fucking
Only had
list,
the one-
every
What about bologna?
fucking list I looked up had banh mi. I
I'm
don't
a
know.
bologna guy.
Banh mi is like a Vietnamese.
Banh mi is
Scott
killer.
Peterson
Yeah.
bologna.
That to
Torta.
me is first round sandwich.
Yeah.
For the purposes here,
Torta.
I thought that I
know
felt
if
I
I'm
was
gonna
kind of risky with the Samita. I thought banh mi would be very
Yeah.
risky to take.
But banh mi
You
is
catch
so
a good
fucking
banh mi,
good.
Saigon Sisters on Lake Street. What do we do? Pickled daikon, right?
Yep.
Carriage.
Mhm.
I mean, that combination of
fucking
flavors
awesome.
is
I'm gonna
one
have
of
to get one soon.
Is
Yeah.
an absolutely incredible.
I'm just not
sandwich.
huge
Lobster
on
roll.
Asian food.
Lobster
Lobster
rolls.
roll.
Yeah, lobster
I had
roll.
that
That'd be a
on
nice
Patty
pick. That'd be a nice
Yeah.
pick.
Patty melt.
That's what I thought Dave was doing
Patty
at the
melt.
end because it was like, oh, it's an East Coast.
So patty melt
melt's
is
not
the
East Coast.
cheeseburger sandwich.
No, lobster roll.
Yeah.
If I'm busting you
Oh,
on that
lobster roll.
burger,
I don't. Nah,
it's a patty
shellfish.
melt.
I knew that's where
Patty
you were
melt's a
going.
sandwich. A burger's a burger.
Yep.
It was really
Yeah,
hard for me
okay.
not to take the
My
muffaletta.
opinion.
That thing is fucking
That was really
awesome.
hard,
That's
too.
That was
killer.
on my list
Hurt
too.
me a little bit too. Oh, Dave.
Chicken salad, just plain up chicken salad on a sandwich is fucking great too. You
All
guys
right.
don't like chicken
The,
salad?
No. I was actually looking at the board saying I think Jim with the Italian sub was probably the best pick of that round. I like PBJ in the second round, pulled pork in the third round, Reuben in the fourth. Some great picks, man.
It's gonna be tough. I
See,
really
like
think
I
it's
don't really
pretty-
like Reuben's, but when you go down to Manny's, like Manny's, you can get it without the rye bread, and it's just like that corned beef without all the. Like I don't really love sauerkraut, so like I kind of stay away from that.
Sauerkraut's a very either you love it or you don't.
Yeah.
thing.
Speaking of that, the pastrami, someone's gonna.
So
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So that's the other iteration of the Reuben is
right.
called the Rachel. Right?
I've never
So-
heard that.
Yeah. So a Rachel is made with pastrami instead of corned beef. And why I feel pastrami is superior to corned beef is because it goes through the same curing process, but then it gets smoked as well.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, so you got that little
take
extra-
corned beef
Yeah.
and then you smoke it, so you got that wrinkle of flavor, which is an enormous wrinkle of flavor. You're usually going coleslaw over sauerkraut, which is more of a crowd pleaser, and then a lot of times you'll find Russian dressing instead of the Thousand Island. So the
I always
Rachel
thought
to
they were the
me,
exact same thing.
pickles. Pickles in the Thousand Island is
Okay.
what you're not going to find that in a Russian dressing, and you'll get a little bit more of a sweeter flavor.
Okay.
And then if I could shout one out that's not even in the country, I mean, this place is absolutely one of the goats of sandwiches and just general. You guys obviously know how I am, sucker for family-run, old-school spots. Walensky's in Montreal, Canada.
A Polish place in Montreal.
I've spent
French
a lot of
Canada.
time in Montreal. I don't.
Jewish. So this place, 90 years old, 90. They're older than us.
Okay.
1930 something. Starts as a cigar shop, cigarette shop, corner store. They make this sandwich. It's called Walensky's Light Lunch.
Okay.
Right, is the name of the place. Walensky's Special, and because it's a Jewish deli, beef salami, beef bologna. Take that, griddle it up. It goes on this special bread with yellow mustard, and then they press it one more time. You can throw American cheese on it. You can throw Swiss cheese on it. If you order it without mustard, they charge you more money. Right?
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
But to me, I couldn't get out of this sandwich draft. I saw this thing on like Anthony Bourdain in 2006, 2000, a long time ago. And still family run spot, 90 years. You know what you're getting. No frills, nothing fancy. Just like us, man. And those are places that have my like deepest respect. Always.
Bang.
We did
I like
shout
that.
out a good amount of mom and pop places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ton. I just got 2 more. One, I'm surprised Carl didn't go with late there. The Sloppy Joe.
Great.
Yeah.
That's a
I
good.
thought-
That's
I
a
thought-
good
shitty cheap
fucking
sandwich, but it's
that's
awesome.
a good. I wish I had that for the 5th round, Dad. I would have taken Sloppy Joe if that was on my mind.
And then you brought up Mr. D's. Mr. D's steak sandwich is pound for pound my favorite hot sandwich in the fucking
Killer.
world.
It's
But it's just a lot of places fuck up the steak sandwich. It's too tough. And
Yeah.
It's just not that good. So
Well, and that's the other one that Dante loves so much is that Rico Benes. Which
that's breaded steak, so it's different.
I'm gonna have to try that again
You have to.
because
You have
Yeah.
to.
I was not like when we had it. It sat around, I guess,
For like
but-
an hour plus.
Yeah.
Rico Benny's is a legendary place.
Yeah.
It's breaded steak's awesome.
Have you guys
Chicago
ever had a
icon.
good torta?
Torta, TBK, Jim.
Mr. D's. You get a chance, go check it out up on Diversity in Harlem.
Well, not too many people should check it out.
Okay.
Well, you know.
Well, I mean, you
I love
should. I
Mr.
mean,
D's.
like, this gets to the point where you're like, you don't want it to be like, yeah.
know.
There's a bar I like on Southport called Lang's. I go to a lot, and I've been talking about it. Now it's like a thing where it's like, yo, you're going to Lang's tonight, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Mr. D's, I mean, I lived off of Harlem and Diversity for a number of years. That place is killer. Macedonian family that runs it. Mom, dad, son. I'll take the shish kebab over the steak sandwich there.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
And then their fries are some of the best fries in the city. Take the fries, throw it right on that
Awesome.
kebab sandwich. Tell them to dip it for you. My
sounds
boy,
fucking good.
very coal fire
awesome.
Dave, he gets it with extra mayo, which is a little questionable, but that place is sick. And then the one other one I wanted to throw in there, I thought was a fun one, would be like a Nutella sandwich. It's like standard issue, chubby Italian kid going to grade school, eating a chocolate sandwich. You're talking 2 pieces of
Hazelnut,
Wonder
hazelnut,
Bread.
hazelnut, yeah.
Chocolate
Yeah, right.
sandwich.
Make yourself feel better by
Yeah.
saying it's a hazelnut spread, but Nutella sandwich, I've had my share of those in my life.
Can you do us a favor real quick before we sign off here?
What do you got?
Just up to the camera, just show them your legal pads of notes and the preparation that you did for this draft.
There you
This
go.
was the draft itself.
Yeah.
I knew I'd be sitting next to Dave, so I skipped a couple pages.
That's why I
then I
have
had
this
my list.
blank tab open.
Yeah, I didn't
Had
worry
it
about
open.
your list.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple, just this
He's
sandwich
got a lot
guy,
of notes,
man.
is my point. Yeah.
I
which
went through and I
appreciate
ran
that.
through, what are
Like almost a full
awesome
legal
sandwiches,
pad.
and
Yeah.
then take over definitely some notes you want to hit on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's, best thing between sliced bread, man. It's a sandwich.
Yep.
we
Can't
go.
go wrong.
Have you ever had pork roll?
Me?
Yeah.
No doubt. You mean Taylor ham?
Taylor ham.
Man,
Oh, so Dave calls it pork roll
Yeah.
officially.
I've always. Well,
Did
I
you
just
like
did forget.
Bennigan's, Dave?
No.
Big Monte Cristo
Monte
guy?
Cristo?
Yeah.
That was actually good. Go give the fucking sandwich some credit now. It's a ham. What's a Swiss? The fucking raspberry jam.
French toast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
powdered sugar.
All right.
It's a little much. Sweet.
It's a lot. It's
sweet.
a lot.
It's just so sweet.
Jim, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Real excited for
For
this.
everything.
TasteRealChicago.com. Go check it
beef kit.
out.
The
Go
beef
buy
kit.
it. If you buy it in May, you DM it to us one more time. Send us what sandwich you would want to make.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pick whatever we think the best sandwich is and run with that.
Yeah, and then just tag us. So it's going to be Barstool Beefs. It says it on the box. So so we can see
know
it, retweet it. What?
Another thing that's I think is awesome is we went ahead and we threw the recipe on the spice bottle.
Yep.
As Dave was saying, I mean, this is absolute foolproof, man.
Yep.
Like, you buy this box, you buy your beef, you buy your beef broth, you're done.
Yep.
Go grab some D'Amato's rolls at the grocery store. Make sure you get the rolls, not the French. I think it's very important the type of bread it goes on. It's
true.
You don't want that like the bread I use for my sandwiches doesn't hold up to the beef. Stick with D'Amato's, but get the rolls. Let it soak it up. I had a ton of fun putting this together. The relationship we have with you guys is absolutely incredible.
That's
One of
awesome.
the best
Great.
moves I ever made, jumping on with Barstool Chicago. Great working relationship. We got a real deal friendship with all you guys, and
And you did it early. You did it early.
Yeah.
Like you're one of the, I always really appreciate it. Like this guy's coming on board with us in early 2019, and so I'm thrilled you're here today, and I'm thrilled to start this project too.
This is like one of those kind of wow moments we got, like co-branding with a really famous sandwich shop family in Chicago. I'm excited about
Yeah.
it. And you could feed like an entire fucking small army
Yeah.
with
honestly,
Yeah,
with the amount of food
the
you're gonna
yield
cook with
the
this.
yield is high.
Yeah.
high yield.
All right, Jim. Go check it out, TasteRealChicago.com. Thank you again. That's the draft for today, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.